This is Avatar.
Boy, I done told ya, you know that we don't give a fuck. When we ride around the city, gotta keep the heater tucked. Boy, I done told ya, I'm counting peace now by the bullet. So I squeeze the trigger hard and say a prayer before I pull it. Boy, I done told ya, you know that we don't give a fuck. When we ride around the city, gotta keep the heater tucked. Boy, I done told ya, I'm counting peace now by the bullet. So I squeeze the trigger hard and say a prayer before I pull it. I'm unapologetically myself, you know that I'm bad for that. Can't help that I'm this good, you know that talent where you lacking at. I rack it back, take my shot and flip you like an acrobat. Me, I take the whole pot, ain't settling for half of that. I watched the world try to kick me, tried to stomp me down. I rose through the ashes, so pussy, you ain't gon' stop me now. I'm just a hard-headed prick without a fuck to give. Luck ain't never been on my side, but you know that Glock it is. So if you say my name in vain, then don't complain, because I'm aiming for your brain and I'ma make you feel this pain. So if you say my name in vain, then don't complain, because I'm aiming for your brain and I'ma make you feel this pain. Boy, I done told ya, you know that we don't give a fuck. When we ride around the city, gotta keep the heater tucked. Boy, I done told ya, I'm counting peace now by the bullet. So I squeeze the trigger hard and say a prayer before I pull it. Boy, I done told ya, you know that we don't give a fuck. When we ride around the city, gotta keep the heater tucked. Boy, I done told ya, I'm counting peace now by the bullet. So I squeeze the trigger hard and say a prayer before I pull it. I work hard, I play hard, my heart now is safeguarded. I make this great art, don't think I can't play smart. Don't get it fucked up, there's levels to this shit. And whether pencil or a tick, your fucking battleship, I'll sink. I'm running circles round these rappers so the track is lit. Don't knock the hustle or the flow, you'll make me have to smack a bitch. I'm packing pistols big as Shaq, so if you rappers miss, you haters stand in line and hold a sign up like an activist. So if you say my name in vain, then don't complain, because I'm aiming for your brain and I'ma make you feel this pain. So if you say my name in vain, then don't complain, because I'm aiming for your brain and I'ma make you feel this pain. Boy, I done told ya, you know that we don't give a fuck. When we ride around the city, gotta keep the heater tucked. Boy, I done told ya, I'm counting peace now by the bullet. So I squeeze the trigger hard and say a prayer before I pull it. Boy, I done told ya, you know that we don't give a fuck. When we ride around the city, gotta keep the heater tucked. Boy, I done told ya, I'm counting peace now by the bullet. So I squeeze the trigger hard and say a prayer before I pull it.
What's good, y'all? 90s, Brookie, clown shoes, mugs. How y'all doing? Rock on. What's up? Rodney. What up, Golden? JC, Susan, how you doing? Man, it's been a blessed week. It's been a crazy blessed week, man. Like, Menace is getting ready, so said the link or refresh it. This link ain't working. Refresh it. Reset. You want me to start the live over? You should be able to join and add. It's showing. Hold on. Hold on, brother. I got you. Yo.
Yo, I don't know what happened. You can hear me though, right?
Yeah. Here you go. I'm gonna boot you off here for a second though.
No problem.
All right. But man, it has been a crazy, blessed week. Menace just put out a new track. If y'all haven't yet, go jam that track, man. Done told you that shit's bumping for real. I see some people in here that I ain't seen in the comment section whenever I just left over there. So y'all go show some love, man, for real. I would drop the link again in the chat just to make sure y'all got it. Carly must not be in here yet. She would have beat me to it. But man, everything is coming together great with my album. I've been blessed. Menace, I'm about to send him a track tonight. I just got a track in from a big artist, man. I've been blessed over here, but tonight it's not about me. It's about Menace. I'm going to say a quick prayer and then we'll get started, yo. Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for this night. I thank you for the blessing of having a very talented artist in Menace join us tonight. I pray that you bless me and help me be able to showcase his talent and show people more of who he is as a person, and just help us have a great, positive night. I ask these things in your son, Jesus Christ's name. Amen. Man, without any further ado, I'm gonna introduce somebody to y'all that I've gotten to know a lot better here lately. Somebody who I think is misunderstood on the underground rap scene. Thank you, 90s. Somebody who I think is a high level MC, and that's not something that I just loosely throw around there. Like he's a very high level MC. Whenever I sent him a song, I didn't try to rap because I just knew that getting in a rapping contest with Menace was a losing battle. So I just tried to, make a good song, let him do the rapping shit because that's him. You know what I mean? He is a high level artist out of Ohio, man. It's a blessing to welcome to the show the one and only Menace and Threats Productions. Menace.
Yo, what up, y'all?
What's good, my dude?
Chilling, man, chilling.
I'm gonna see what different ways I can finagle the screen here. Damn, restream is crazy sometimes. I'll be
I was
fucking just during the show. Sometimes I damn take myself off here.
Yeah, I like that one right there. That one's great.
Man, how you doing today, brother?
Chilling, man. My kid had a dance tonight, so I just picked him up at 7.
It's
House
awesome.
is quiet for once, so we're chilling.
That's what's up, man. My youngest one he got his Xbox privileges back, so he's downstairs going nuts.
There you go.
But bro, I ain't gonna beat around the bush. And I've got to know you a lot better, so it'd be easy for me and you just to sit up here and kick shit and play music, and we can do that. But I think that you're the type of artist, in my opinion, that deserves a more serious interview, that deserves people to get to know better on a personal level. That way they can get to know who you really are. And I'm going to try my best to do that tonight.
I appreciate it. Let's do it.
All right, brother. Well, the first question is one of the obvious ones. Where did the name Menace come from?
So in high school, I had gotten to I was living in Columbus. I had gotten to some problems with a group of people. And needless to say, I had got some charges. And aggravated menacing threats was one of them. So I said, fuck it, and this was obviously before I started doing the rap shit and whatnot. But then I started doing the rap shit, and I really didn't have a name at that time. And I figured, why not? So actually, Menacing Threats Productions was a thing, and it was Menace and Dropout. That's like where it started.
Well, since you already started to answer that, that was kind of tying into my next question is at what point in time did you know rap was going to be a thing in your life?
Man, I got, honestly, after 8 Mile dropped, everybody wanted to be a rapper, right? So I would kick rhymes and shit with my friends and whatnot. And this one night they had this little cypher going on at this club we were at, and my friends kind of like pushed me in the circle, and I fucking slaughtered shit, bro. And it just stuck ever since then, pretty much.
Yeah. So that's awesome because most of the time, the first time a rapper gets put in the spotlight like that, I know my first time performing was in a church. It went okay, but I remember having a bunch of fumbles as far as like just going on stage and not feeling comfortable before I had that time that I went out there and was like, damn, I killed it. Like, yeah. So that's dope, bro, that you was able to jump in there. Was it like a battle type thing? Like people.
Yeah, it started off to be a cipher, and then a couple weeks went by, and then people started like calling one another out, for cipher or for battles and shit. And at that time, my name was actually Franchise, because again, I didn't have a name at that time. So Franchise was what they called me because I was dope, I guess. I don't know.
Have you ever dabbled in the battle rap scene?
Oh yeah. I was in a league actually a couple years ago, still undefeated in that league. But it's not the same. But like the way they're doing battles now, it's like you're pre-writing your bars and you have to pretty much remember them.
See, that's how whenever I did get into it, that's how I got into it, was whenever it was like that. And like sometimes, I would go against somebody that had their shit ready, and sometimes they'd be freestyling. But that's whenever I kind of got into it. And it seems like after Eminem got a hold of it and it went more mainstream, like it got less popular. It's weird.
Yeah.
But I could definitely see you being a battle rapper. That's why I asked that question.
Yeah, and it's been kind of a thing that I've been trying to get better at, is to like, a lot of people have a name, right? But I'm trying to build a brand around the name and also be that same person everywhere.
Yeah.
A lot of people hear Menace and they instantly think, oh, he's a dickhead. And lyrically, I can be. I don't want to be, but I can be. So it's been a hard adjustment trying to be humble, but at the same time be a menace, if that makes sense.
Makes perfect sense. What's up, Cadillac Twin? How you doing, brother? I seen the beginning of B-Mill. Yes, you did. You were one of the producers in the beginning, brother. Much love to you. Um, I can just tell you my perspective. You know, being somebody that's I just got a hook back from Black Whistler today. That's incredible. Damn, I've worked with Jelly Roll, some bigger people, bro. Like I knew that okay, the song that I decided to send to you, it was purpose. It was a reason I did that because, for one, I knew the style of track that I wanted to do with you, and I knew that it wasn't going to be what I it wasn't going to turn out probably how I wanted it to. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get on
Right.
a song and out rap you is just not something that is smart. And so, in my opinion, it was better for me just to make the best song I could. Let you go on there and snap do your thing.
Yeah. Yes, I see that a lot where you get tracks where you're trying to out rap the other person and whatnot. And sometimes it works out really well.
Hmm.
A lot of times it doesn't. And a lot of times those songs never get completed because one or the other person is like, man, I don't really fuck with my verse or
Yeah,
so.
I mean, in my opinion, it either raises each other up, like it's kind of healthy competition that makes for a better song, or it ends up like sounding like they're battling each other. And it's like, damn, like what are we doing here? Well, I knew that getting on there and just rapping my ass off, I could do that, and it might sound good on my own. But I knew trying to do that with somebody that does that back to back to back to back song, like that just wasn't
Yeah.
the move. You know what I'm saying? So let's just try to make the best song here.
Yeah, for
Uh,
sure.
I see people do that a lot with Ritz. You'll see that they'll try to rap fast in double time when they normally don't, and it normally just don't turn out right.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But what's an average day for you? You know what I'm saying? Because I like whenever I look into artists, I like to see like what they're about, and I could go through and tell you my average day probably isn't what people think it is. So what's the average day look like for Menace waking up and going about your day?
Pretty much, man. Monday through Thursday, I'm a full time working man, father every single day. Um, Basically, I work an 8 to whenever kind of schedule, as long as I get my 40 hours in. Um, I got 2 kids, well, 3 kids right now in elementary. I got one in middle school and one in high school. So between sports and events and shit like that, it's always busy for sure. Um, and trying to fit the music stuff in there, the mixing, the making the beats, finding time to write. It's a challenge, man.
One hundred
Definitely.
percent, bro. I've got one kid, and it feels challenging to me to mesh doing this type of stuff in with the song making. So, man, hats off to you. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like,
But I will say the one thing I really love to do that doesn't involve anything on the internet is I just love to go fishing, bro.
man,
Absolutely love to go fishing.
all right, it's official, bro. We gotta link up because I have a 14-year-old son who is addicted to fishing, like he's a crackhead about it. Like every weekend, if he's here, we're going fishing.
Yeah,
It's what it is.
that's how my youngest son Lathan, that's how he is, bro. He every single day in the summertime he's gone from 8 o'clock in the morning to almost dark
That's
fishing.
awesome.
Yeah.
And to people in the chat, no disrespect to y'all, but Muddy had said this to me, and I agree. Menace deserves full attention, so I'm not gonna sit here and go back and forth with the chat a lot. I'm gonna stay right here. But if y'all do have any questions for Menace, feel free to drop them in the chat. As long as they're respectful, I will ask. But besides that, I'm gonna stay right here. But I do see people saying what's up. And much love to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all coming through. Stay tuned, man. We have a very high level individual up here in this underground rap scene. That's something too that I want to distinguish real quick. Menace is not a country rapper. Menace is just a dope ass artist. For anybody out there that doesn't know, I just happen to do a show that is centered from country rapping and expands to underground rap. But uh,
I don't have nothing per se against country rap. It's just for honestly, I didn't hear about country rap until like maybe a year or two ago, like
mhm.
3 years ago, probably. Like I didn't even know that was a fucking thing.
Well,
Um,
I would tell any artist that if they call themselves a country rapper, they're putting a lid on themselves right there, and it's not what you need to
yeah,
do.
and I don't want anyone to take this the wrong way. I do feel like a lot of country rappers, not all of them, but a lot of country rappers tried to give it a go in hip hop and just couldn't cut it.
Mhm.
And so
Oh, yeah.
they found a music where they can actually speak about the lifestyle that they live. You know what I mean?
I'll be 100% transparent with myself to you. Like, I remember running into this back in the Smo days, and it was like hip hop. And I just stayed away from it. I knew that wasn't me. And I kind of got drug over here a couple years ago, messing with certain artists, and I kind of found a home as far as like I love the people. There's a lot of great people that are in this community as far as fans, like Dale being one of them. I see Dale in every chat that you can imagine. Heck, I think Upchurch just reposted one of Dale's comments the other day. But it's a great community, and I believe in playing to your audience. And I started to notice that whenever I look at my analytics, that was a large part of my audience.
Yeah.
Have you heard? I know you're big on 501 Bryce. Have you heard his verse on the Styx album,
I ain't heard that one yet.
bro? When I heard it, I thought of you because I was like, man, Menace fuck with this shit.
But Bryce is so talented, dude. So talented. And I love the way he handles business, man. He keeps his head down and just he puts it out there. You know what I mean?
I don't know if that was his idea to do that or somebody was in his ear, but yeah, bro, like that's what all artists should do. Do not limit yourself to this country rap. Don't get involved in this shit over here because then you choose fans have to pick sides whenever it comes to if they want to be your fan or not. Don't make them do that. Like,
Yeah. And I think more importantly, just be yourself. Like authentically, just be yourself.
100%. And as I got older, I guess I changed as a person, so I kind of fit more in this
Yeah.
lane because I'm going to work blue collar every day and stuff like that. But I never was the let's go mudding type of dude. Like,
Yeah.
this is not me. But
I see this battle online about who's like the most country and shit. And I've lived in like some of the most country places you could think of, like desolate as fuck.
mhm.
And I don't know. I refer myself to as a good old boy. I'm not a country boy. I'm not a city boy. I'm a good old boy because I've lived the best of both worlds. You know what I
Man,
mean?
well, since you said that, a conversation that I have a lot with some older people lately is what do you think about the G code and just the good old boy code? It seems like it's gone nowadays. Like it seems like at the being an outlaw is gone. Like it's cool to call the cops. Like so,
I
what do you
think
think about that?
I don't know. I think authenticity in a whole is dying. I think it's easier for people to get on an internet platform and you know what I'm saying, like I don't know, be something they're not again.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, man, the G code, the bro code in general, bro, it's gone. People have no respect for one another. They do what's best for themselves. Period.
Yeah, whenever I started seeing, major rappers come out, and openly snitch and then go on tour, I knew that shit was fucked up.
Yeah,
And then, whenever I see outlaw rappers openly, working with the police on every chance that they get, I knew that the outlaw shit was gone. Like, what the fuck happened here? And
yeah.
I see you being one of those people though that would still stick to a code like that. And that's why I asked that question.
There's two things that I will never stray away from. One is character over talent, and two is loyalty over everything. Those are two codes I will. There's no toleration. No, I cannot tolerate anything but that. If that makes sense.
That's something that I'll share with people on here that I've noticed about you is that, you might could joke around with you a little bit, but if you even so much as hint at throwing shade at one of your team members or something, you're gonna be on somebody's ass.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And
And
and they would do the same for me. And that's the kind of people I have to be around. I can't be around anything less. I guess.
100%, bro. And there's no worse feeling than finding out that the people that you thought had your back was just out here motherfucking just really riding with you because they could benefit at the time. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
and I
That's
see that in you, and I respect the fuck out of it. Like,
actually really interesting you say that because oh shit, I forgot what I was gonna say. It was gonna touch on that. Yeah, so a lot of people think death is the worst thing in life. Like that is the worst pain you're ever gonna feel. And honestly, it's not. It's thinking that you could trust somebody that you had so much respect for, just turn around and watch them stab you right in the fucking back. That shit is painful.
as a motherfucker, bro. I've had family members die, and I didn't hurt as bad as some betrayal that I've been through in my life. Whether it
Yep.
was a girl I loved or, somebody I saw as a brother, you know, man, that type of stuff hurts. And I am checking the chat out. I'm not ignoring y'all. Just and Dale again. I seen it, and I'm just support Dale. Man, I appreciate people like you, Dale, because you go from community to community. It's always a positive comment. If you disagree, you say it, but you say it in a respectful way. And I have saw you get damn blocked for doing that, and that's crazy. But if y'all have any questions, ask them. But I'm trying to keep my focus on Menace here. So whenever it comes to you being in the studio, what do you listen for as far as if somebody sends you a track and you're wanting to decide, do you want to fuck with it or not? What's the first thing that you look for?
Hmm.
Or the first mistake maybe that you think that artists make going into making a song?
Well, first and foremost, I think we have to be compatible on the song together. You know what I mean? Like I think that's the most important. The sound quality isn't so much an issue for me because as long as you have decent equipment, I can always fix that. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? To get it sounding right, at least listenable in most circumstances. Um, but really, honestly, I'll be honest, bro. If somebody sends me a song, I'll listen to the verse, and I mean, if obviously if I fuck with the sound and whatnot, and I think we can make it work, I'll listen to the verse that they sent me one time, and I probably won't listen to it again. I'm trying to get an idea of what the song's about. Then
Mhm.
listen to your verse. I'm instantly into writing mode.
That's how I base if I want to get on a song. If somebody sends it, by the time the song's done, if I don't have 4 bars in my head at least, then I probably don't want to get on the song.
Yeah.
Um, what's your role within MTP as far as production wise? Because obviously it's Menacing Threats production. So
Yep.
how far does that go with you? Because I know obviously you're doing engineering, some
Yeah.
executive producing.
Yep.
I don't know how far you go into the production side of things.
I make beats. Yeah, I mean the one song me and Tony Tuba have, I made that beat 100%. Um, there's a couple that I made that I'm working on some shit now that's going on this new project that I have dropping in April that are fully made by me as well. Beats for me, man, are probably the most important thing. If the beat's not right, bro, nobody's gonna listen to it.
Yeah, you're 100% right. That's where it all starts.
I'll go through 1,000 beats before I find one I like.
Man, the same way, bro. Okay, this might be a touchy subject. You might not want to say anything about this. So, you introduced me to somebody new the other day, Profound. If you were going into your team and you were saying, "Hey, I want to show you my team," who's the first artist that you play for me?
Uh, well, really, the team is kind of slim right now, given some circumstances that had happened this
And
last year. Uh,
beyond circumstances, because I do know,
I mean,
how that goes.
KSN for sure. KSN for sure, bro. I mean, the dude is fucking so talented, but he's got so much going on in real life right now that he doesn't really have the time. Profound is dope as fuck. He's he's a member, but he's not an official member. He was at one point, and then he kind of dipped out for music, and he's kind of slowly starting to come back. So I mean, I've never said, hey, you're not part of the team. You know what I'm saying? He's never said I'm not part of the team, but
Yeah.
Tony
Well,
too. I mean, they're all dope in their own way.
that I asked because I see a great team, and I just see that maybe they're at certain points in their life right now that they're just not able to fully commit
Yeah.
to the music.
Yep.
And man, I think whenever y'all are able to all fully plug in, because from what I've heard, and you have a tremendous support group. Just and this is why I say I look at you as a high level talent, but I've also gained such a respect for you as a person because you came over here and openly, told people like, man, come support B Millie, come do this. And your whole team shows up, what I'm saying, all the time and shows love, man. And I appreciate the hell out of them.
Yep.
Hell, you came in here one night dropping $20 super chat. I'm like, bro, you ain't got to do that. But that type of shit goes a long way, man. Because in this shit, if you're like me, like I have my guard up, so it's hard for
100%.
me.
I have
I might come off as a dickhead at first, and I guess that leads into my next question is, as somebody that I guess around middle school, going into high school, I developed a heavy chip on my shoulder. I just reading you from what I see, I don't know all your personal life. I don't know all of the shit that you go through, but I see it. I feel like there's a chip there, and I'm trying to figure out if you could describe to me maybe where that formed at and what plays into that. Because I definitely think you have a chip for better or worse. You may be using it to motivate yourself, but I do feel like you have a
No, the,
chip.
the chip is definitely there, and it's intentionally there. And the reason that chip is there is because I'm the kind of person where when I first meet people, I purposely do shit to try to push you away from me. Not because I never want to have a relationship or dealings with you, but I need to know from the jump that if we are going to have any kind of relationship or any kind of work together or whatever, that you are going to be a solid person. And if you can look past all that at first and still give me the time of day, you're somebody I think is worth it.
Man, that's a great way to look at it. When do you think that might have developed with you? You know what I'm saying? Because I can tell you a place and time with me personally, just to share. A little bit of my life was growing up. I think around the time that I lost my dad when I was 12 and then lost my grandfather when I was 13, I developed this whole thing. Like I kind of felt like the world owed me something, though,
Yeah.
even though it didn't. I kind of felt that way, and I went about that. I remember being in high school. I was an athlete, like I was kind of popular, kind of, what I'm saying, but I had the reputation of having an ego, and I remember walking around like purposely, like just wanting somebody to shoulder check, just wanting to fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I
Yeah.
think my chip started then around 13, 12. Can you kind of look back and see a place that began at, like where Menace became Menace, like where you felt like you got hardened to the world?
I don't think there was like ever a certain time or place, but there, I don't know, from moving around a lot. I went to like 5 different schools growing up. Um, like I've lived again in the country, in the city, so I've seen so many different variety of things. But I don't know. I don't think there was ever like a certain moment that caused it. Hey, give me just 1 second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, do your thing, brother. I'm just gonna say thank you and chat real quick, man. I appreciate y'all for the super chats, real talk. And once again, if y'all have any questions for Menace, I don't want to hog the mic up here asking questions, but I am trying to get through the questions that I have because I want to let y'all get to know Menace better because I don't feel like uh people have did a good job of fully letting people know about Menace because I've been around Menace and saw him on here a lot, and I feel like I still didn't fully know who Menace was like that.
All right, my bad about that.
You're good, brother. So okay, I know that you and Muddy and TNT had did something. That's when I first met you. Was whenever we came on there. What point in time did you come across Muddy?
I think Muddy. I want to say I came across TNT Dad first. I seen him just kicking it in his living room with his family, listening, reacting to songs and shit. And I think that's how I met Muddy, was through TNT Dad. And then I think he did. I want to say he did a couple reactions to some of the stuff. But so, I don't know. It's been probably about a year and a half, almost 2 years since I've known them.
A question that I had to ask. I don't feel like I'd be fully doing my job on this side of things because this is something that I noticed real quick, and I'm not here to judge anybody or here to say, "Oh, well, you have a problem with that." But I've been in and out of rehab my whole life. At younger age, I dealt with the alcohol problem. What's your relationship like with alcohol?
Well, I'll tell you what. I never was a drinker until my nephew passed. That's really when I started. Bro, I was drinking like 2 fists a night. Um, liquor is my vice. This beer shit it's all right. It's, you know what I'm saying. Not downplaying it like it's not a bad thing, but I'm talking like when I was drinking liquor, dog, I was 100% unpredictable.
Can I
Then
tell you? Can you tell me if this is right? Because just reading you as a person, I feel like you have a type A personality that like kind of like an alpha personality that has to like everything's got to be to a certain standard with you, and if it's not okay. And I feel
yes,
like the alcohol is almost to calm that down a little bit to where you can. And
yes,
I
bro.
feel just that's just me reading
When
you.
I drink beer, I just like to laugh, listen to music, have a good time, cut up. You know what I'm saying? Um, but then again, there's a lot of things that are addictions that people don't see could be addictions. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, 100%.
Now I did try to quit drinking twice altogether. I tried to quit twice. The first time I went, fuck, not that long. I mean, I quit the liquor. I haven't drank liquor since, I want to say it was June 28th, 2 years ago. And then just about like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago, I tried to quit drinking. I went 14 days. Then I said,
I,
fuck.
I had an experience like I was drinking whenever I was young, maybe started 15, and I was getting shit faced drunk all the time into my 20s. And I had an experience when my grandmother, unbeknownst to me, had said a prayer that whenever I drank the next time, I would just get dog ass sick. So then all of a sudden, I started getting dog ass sick, and I haven't liked to drink ever since, bro. It's wild. But the drug thing, very bad. That's why I say like I don't say anything about the drinking to be judgmental because I've
I'll
did
tell
way
you what,
worse.
it was easier for me to quit smoking meth than it would be for me to quit drinking beer.
And that's the thing. That's the last drug that I relapsed on was meth.
And it's not the addiction, it's not the physical addiction, it's the the accessibility of it, bro. You can go to any corner
Yeah,
store, any gas station, any restaurant, fucking bowling alleys, some movie theaters. Like they sell that shit everywhere, bro.
I could not imagine if I went into every restaurant or every place like you said, and there was a pain pill, a Percocet.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way in hell I could not do it. You know what I'm saying? So I fully get that. What age did that start?
I was living in, you talking about,
As far as
I,
like when you have your first drink?
fuck. I mean, I've always drank, but I've never drank like, I was never an everyday drinker. I'll say that. You know what I mean? And then again, my nephew passed, so that was just how I coped.
I see artists say stuff like, they use certain drugs for the studio. I know, like, whenever I was in my drug use, I felt like if I was on certain drugs, I could just record better and stuff. Do you have any kind of relationship with that in your creative style?
I'm the complete opposite. If I'm not stone cold sober, I will not touch anything musically, bro. I have to be sober to write, to record, to mix. Because I feel like if you're not sober, you're not going to make the best judgment sonically.
That's wild that you said that, because I didn't realize. I always thought like smoking weed, I had to smoke weed. It made me a better artist. And then I quit and I realized, like, damn, I'm way more on top of shit when I'm not doing drugs and getting high. Like,
No, especially the way I rap, bro. Could you imagine me drinking like 4 beers and then putting out that verse that I did a
oh
blind?
shit, the
Like,
way
no way.
the way you rap, I would have to be on some Adderall or something. Do you even try to rap like it? For real, I'd have to be on top of my shit. I'd have to be gassed up. I'd be having people like you tell me, like, man, you need some more of that ump. And hell, if my imagine if I was still smoking weed, damn, it'd be terrible.
And I
But
honestly, I know a lot of people might say, "Oh, that's an excuse." I just like drinking beer. It's not that I need the beer. I just like drinking beer. Like if they took it off the shelves tomorrow and I couldn't buy it no more, I'd be fine. You wouldn't see me
so,
shaking in a corner somewhere like, "Fuck, I need a beer." Like, no, I just like drinking beer.
what's an early song that you released that's on YouTube that would kind of like show people you coming into this music? If you had one, obviously you probably put out stuff before you did on YouTube.
Yeah,
Um,
I would say all of you with me and KSN. That was like some of our earlier stuff
you
on
care
my
to
page.
bring that up real quick?
No, go for it.
All right. Because I want to, for people that aren't familiar, I want to kind of paint a picture through the music too, because you're an incredible artist. I definitely don't want to skip past that. What's the name of?
Actually, I'll tell you what. Instead of that one, go to you're in the chat. Could you drop the link for No Rest? Because that was like more like when we first came on the platform. I've
That?
restarted my channel twice, so a lot of the older shit just ain't up there.
Yeah, I just had that conversation the other day with somebody as I was going through my reverb, and I'm seeing like songs that I cherry pick from mixtapes, and I'm like, damn, I hate that these aren't on streaming services. And I was like, maybe I should put them out and just put the date of their release, that they were released
Yep.
then. Because to somebody checking like my Spotify, my catalog's not that deep, but if they knew that I dropped 200 songs before I dropped anything on streaming, then
Yeah.
as long as you get up every day, go to work, pay your bills.
Amen.
Amen. Yeah,
That's
most
you'll
definitely.
never, bro. You will never see me drinking a beer before 5 o'clock. That's probably around 6 to 7. Honestly, I'll never. I'm not one of those people that can wake up and just drink a beer. Like fuck that.
Yeah, I never understood that. Like, people, alcoholics will tell me, like, bro, you got to just drink more or you can get drunk again. I'm like, I can't even imagine drinking right now. When I would have a hangover, ain't no way.
I'll tell you my biggest addiction though.
What's that?
Money.
Well, I mean, definitely everything, in moderation, but that's not a bad thing to be addicted to. I'll tell you my addiction that I'm bad with, that I've been getting away from, and that's sports betting. Because I would get to where I would take a small amount of money, turn it into a good amount, and sometimes do good. But the next thing you know, like, I went through times where I'm blowing through everything I had.
Yeah. See,
So
I've never been much of a gambler.
what type of work do you do, man?
So I work for a company that we do engineering for like the power companies, the communication companies, fiber companies. Basically, whenever they want to do a new build, we are the ones that will go out, we'll survey everything, and then we put together pretty much a drawing or a print map. And then we do all the permitting to see if they get approved to even attach to the pole or if they go underground, whatnot.
I notice I see you on the road quite a bit.
All the time, dude. All the time. I wish it was like my old job where everything was local, but it's just not the way it is no more.
But I respect that, you know what I'm saying? People that go out there home for one, but just some of the hours that I see, like people I know that drive that they put in a week, respect.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into No Rest. You want to introduce this?
Yeah, so this was the first EP I dropped on YouTube. The song, this is the title song from the EP. It's called No Rest. Basically, I want to say this was even one of my first solo songs I put out.
So around what time frame we're looking at whenever you dropped this?
This was between 2021 and 2022, roughly. Maybe 23.
Bet. All right, let's get into it. This is No Rest by Menace.
Let's go.
Yeah. It's your boy Menace, baby. As per usual, let's get it. I'm gonna be the best. Let's go. I wanna breathe, I'm gonna see success. I wanna reach my destiny, so yes, let's get it. I cannot sleep, R.I.P. there's no rest. No rest. I'm gonna be the best. The best. I wanna breathe, I'm gonna see success. Success. I wanna reach my destiny, so yes, I cannot sleep, R.I.P. there's no rest. No rest. Thinking back to the past, why did life have to happen so fast? And why does life knock me back on my ass every time I try to get ahead? I don't know what's going on. It's the same old song and the same old dance with the same old rhythm, and this ain't no chance. Well, fuck them, no, I don't believe them. I swam my whole life stuck in the deep end, and if you don't need me, fuck it, then leave then. Either way, I'ma come up and nothing is even. Any motherfucker wanna run up, give me a reason. I broke my back for this game I'm in. I'm happy now that you can take your win, so please give me a minute to take it in. But hey, get your life, you should live it as you please. I will never bow down, I don't live up on my knees. Menace back, ripping the track, no fumbling that. It's like the only place in life that I'm comfortable at. There ain't no filling that gap, there ain't no pillow, no magic. And I'm climbing up the hill with the weight on my back. Am I mad? Now I'm really pissed off, and I don't wanna fight for the cause cause it's lost. And you don't wanna even know the price that it cost, or how much of my time and my life that I lost. I can achieve anything that I believe in. I gotta find my strength whenever I'm weakened. And just another day down to get me to the weekend. This is my playground, I said it and I mean it. But I'ma let you know I gave my life for the sport. The beat and the rhythm is my life support, and I'm ready for whatever like the night before. So step inside my mind if you'd like a tour. I'm gonna be the best. Let's go. I wanna breathe, I'm gonna see success. I wanna reach my destiny, so yes, let's get it. I cannot sleep, R.I.P. there's no rest. No rest. I'm gonna be the best. The best. I wanna breathe, I'm gonna see success. Success. I wanna reach my destiny, so yes, I cannot sleep, R.I.P. there's no rest. No rest. Teamwork is the ability to work together toward a common vision. The ability to direct individual accomplishments toward organizational objectives. It is the fuel that allows common people to attain uncommon results. Let's go. They say good things can happen to those who just wait, but how much pain you think just one person can take? I'm trying my best to keep my head up high. I don't think, ain't no wondering why. I just wanna have fun with the sun in the sky. Some days I just can't get the thoughts of my mind. I'm losing control, I can't take it much longer, but the weight I'm holding up is just making me strong. Verse 2 coming at you live and direct, and I thought you knew I would die for respect. Ain't nothing that's changed about me, no sir. I'm the same old motherfucking menace, for sure. I feel like you did what you had to do, and no worries, I ain't even coming after you. I hold the mic cause there ain't no one to pass it to. I guess I'm just one of the ones that had to happen to. I take a nap in the motherfucking afternoon to keep my ass from traveling the avenue. Well, guess what? It's me, and I'm blasting through a factor two, the factor you, the vacuum room, the mass consumer passing through the patch of you. We lacking music, knack to do it till I'm black and blue, but I'm still laughing through it. The fact of the matter is a massive movement.
Okay. Hey, that's a strong way to come in.
Yeah, bro. Basically, the whole point of that song was that, so like I said, we started YouTube, KSN and I did, I think like in 2021, 2020, somewhere like that. And obviously we were nobody at first. You know, we'd have 4 or 5 people in the streams on a good night. And slowly it started to build and build, bro. And we got to the point where, 30, 40 people in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
And we'd always give away, prizes. We'd always give away money.
Go ahead and plug what you got coming.
Yeah. So this coming Wednesday is going to be the first start of, I don't have an official name for it yet, but maybe just like something simple, weekly Wednesday giveaway or something. where we are going to, because again, I want this to be fair for everyone, but I also want to shine light on the artists, the engineers, the producers, the videographers, the ones that do a lot of the legwork behind the music to help it get to where it's at. I don't want it to be like a competition. So basically, if you have done anything, you basically submit your shit to the email and you will get put on a wheel. And an hour and a half into the stream, we're just going to spin it and whoever wins, wins.
So, are you gonna be playing the stuff they submit, or are you
Yeah.
just?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because I tagged, a young artist I know that just had a kid, and I know he's out here grinding. He does everything by himself, and I thought it was a perfect thing for him to submit to. At
Yep.
worst, he doesn't win. At best,
And then he
there's
comes back next week. He can possibly win next week. You know what I mean?
yeah, I think it's dope, bro.
Shout out to everybody who supported that. There's a lot of people that are in here right now have supported that, and it means the absolute world to me. And I know it means the world to the people who are going to be winning. So,
Bet. What is something that you found to be the biggest obstacle coming in to the underground rap scene trying to get heard? Like when were you first like? I guess it's a two-part question like that, but then when did you first notice that you were getting heard by people outside of just your people?
bro, I'll tell you what, I was sick and tired of I would send my songs and shit to like reactors and live streams, and every time they'd be like, "Man, you can really rap, dog, but your mix sucks."
Right.
So after hearing that for like probably the 50th time, I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna learn how to mix, bro. And I'm not bullshitting. I probably spent 150 hours watching YouTube videos of like engineers and what they do. And I applied that to my mixes, and slowly and surely they started getting a whole lot better. Once the mixes got better, the songs got better,
Mm-hmm.
more people started listening.
That's a great answer, bro, because I think that's something the artists need to hear. Because I had a friend just kind of put me in check one day. We were at a local dispensary that had been showcasing me a lot, put me on bigger shows, but where they were listening to music on Spotify through some big speakers, and they put on one of my songs, and he just kind of like told me, he's like, look, bro, like you got some dope music, but in order to compete with these people up here on this level, like you got to step your sound up,
Yep.
and that's something that I'm continuously trying to get better at and learn more with. I've been doing the engineering stuff since fucking a long ass time ago, but it's like it's one of those things like you never quit learning. And I feel like I've learned more probably in the last year than I have the last 15 years.
I will tell you, as an engineer, the two biggest pieces of advice I can give is one, trust your ear. Number two, trust what people are telling you who are listening to your music. Because you listen to the same song 100 times mixing it, you hear it a certain way. But then when another person hears it for the first time, they might hear something that you didn't hear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's good advice to give to any artist is take any feedback that you're getting as long as somebody's not just hate oh you suck. Well, I can't grow off knowing that I suck. How do I suck?
Yeah.
Like
And honestly, listen to all the feedback. Just because you're open to feedback doesn't mean you have to use it. It doesn't mean you have to apply it to what you do, but be open to listening to see if it's something you could apply.
I've never really got a chance to hear you speak on this or talk on this, but what's the rap scene like where you're at in Ohio? 'Cause I noticed you're doing shows in Ohio.
Yeah, it's a lot bigger than what people think, man. The problem is there hasn't really been too many people that do it here that are willing to go outside of Ohio. So we haven't really had many people blow up to give other people reason to want to come here and do shows. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I
But
understand
the
100%.
underground 16 in Ohio is way bigger than what people realize. Honestly, I would say it's bigger than what it is in Tennessee.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. Where I'm at, the underground scene is there's a shit ton of talent, but until the last few years, there hadn't been a lot of light shined on it. There's been individuals here and there who made moves, who did stuff, but they had to do what you're talking about. They had to go outside of
Yeah.
here, work with bigger people, and make moves. And then it was like that was my experience was going and doing shit other places made people here start to take me serious. But nah, I wouldn't doubt it. I know from Ohio, isn't Doobie from Ohio?
Yeah, I know he lives in Ohio right now. I don't know if he's from Ohio or not, but
him and Highlight, because Highlight had hosted some of Jelly's early stuff.
Yeah.
I saw them like going out, or at least Highlight going out and doing like local stuff, trying to get the local scene more popping where they're at in Ohio. But if Ohio is like Tennessee, like people look at Nashville and Memphis, they think, man, y'all got a scene. Like, man, I'm fucking 5 hours from Nashville. You know what I'm saying? I'm 11 hours from Memphis. Like them having shit popping there ain't doing nothing for me over here.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I don't know, what your vicinity is to other people that are doing shit in Ohio, but I can only imagine that it might be the same circumstance that just because somebody in this part's popping and they got their scene going don't mean that your scene where you're at necessarily.
No, for sure.
What's a mistake that you think artists make whenever they're trying to come up in this game?
One of the biggest things I see is I see a lot of people rely on other people. And that's something I actually thought about earlier today is I wish a lot more people would put the faith that they put in other people into themselves. Because at the end of the day, then the only person they're going to disappoint is you. You know what I mean?
I think you would agree with me is that, and I made this mistake. It wasn't necessarily a mistake because it did help put eyes on my music, but at the same time, you have to sell people on you. So going out and getting that big feature, yeah, it's gonna put some more eyes on you. But at the end of the day, uh, if they came to hear that feature, they can. It's still just that person getting the
Yep.
shine.
I'm so glad you brought. Listen, as an up and coming artist, don't pay for no big feature, bro. Don't do it. And the reason I say that is I've done that myself, and I've seen more success off songs that I've done by myself as just Little Old Menace than that song that I had with that big artist. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't tell people 100% not to, but I would tell them to work if they're going to just to do it because they want to work with that artist, not because of what level that artist is on.
Correct.
Because
Right.
that's my viewpoint now. Like if instead of an artist that might cost 2 or 3 thousand that has a bigger name, I'd rather work with an artist that might cost a couple hundred that I want to make a good
Kind
song.
of work, yeah, kind of work your way up to that, No, for sure.
And another thing that I want artists out there to know is if they do go get that big feature, before you pay them any money, make sure there's a contract and make sure that it's going to be linked to their distribution. That way, whenever you drop it, say if you drop a song with an artist that's got 10 million monthly listeners, that it's going to link to their Spotify and those 10 million monthly listeners are going to have to see it. Because
Yep.
I saw that mistake be made time and time again. And, you work with this bigger artist and then them not even post the song.
I think that is a big point in itself is like it's easy to make the music, it's easy to post the music, but there's a lot of shit independent artists are not doing as far as publishing, as far as making sure all the internal shit is right. You know what I mean?
You know what's crazy? I had Daisy Clips get on my ass the other day about that shit because I used to be, which I still am because it doesn't go away. But I was registered with BMI, and they were asking me if I was up to date on that. And I said I had to be honest with you, no. And they were getting on my ass about it, like, man, you need to take care of that because
I actually just signed up with BMI a couple months ago.
And that's something that I'll tell artists is do make that move right there because you never know. Obviously the goal is to get as big as you can. Have your ducks in a row. Have your shit the right way because you never know. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to pop off and find out that you just missed $300,000 because you didn't have your shit right.
Nope. Not just that, but the more professional you look, the more serious the other artists in the industry are going to look at you. You know what I mean?
100%, and that's something I think artists that may watch this need to hear is presentation is everything. Whenever you're out here, move as if you are a top level artist. Have your bio right. What's the kit called? The damn promo kit. I forget what it's called. I've got one, but it's pretty much like a marketing kit that you send out anytime. Like, say if you're going to a promoter or whatever. There's a name for it. I'm gonna have to look it up. Has Menace worked with Rich Regal or has in the past because he throws a lot of shows in Ohio?
I don't actually. Yeah, I did. I did do one show that he hosted. That was the one last year that Chad and Blind Fury headlined. But Rich Regal actually just a couple months ago found out that we are from Ohio. So, and he was wanting to reach out and do some schedule some shit in, but that just hasn't been a thing yet. So,
And that's another thing that I tell artists, because I know Rich Regal is doing all the booking for Redneck Rave this year. He's doing all like the bar takeover things. Is don't ever not work with somebody when it comes to doing shows or even doing songs because of who they're affiliated with. If they're a dope artist and you want to work with them, work with them.
yeah.
Because I feel like people do that way too much. And especially, I hate to even go back into the country rap thing, but especially over in the country rap shit on the underground, is artists like, oh, if I work with him, then these people might not fuck with me. And you're speaking on 501 Bryce earlier. I think that's where he's been able to have the successes. He didn't get caught up in that. He just did him.
Yep. Consistently consistent, bro.
Consistent, yeah. Big time. Speaking of, what is your favorite collab that you had?
This is a tough one.
I figured it would be a tough question for you, but I wanted to get into one. Just, you don't have to say it's your favorite, but just one that you would like for the people to check out.
Man, I don't know. I can't.
I know you got
dope ass artists, bro.
I know it's hard to choose from.
I think my favorite one that I did, my favorite one is probably with the one I did with Fury, just because of how that transpired. You know what I mean? I was at a show and he's there, and I get off the stage and he's like, "Hey, bring him to me so I could talk to him." And he's like, "Man, that song was super dope. Would you mind if I remixed it?" And I'm like, I'm just sitting here like, bro, like, am I supposed to say no? Like, the fuck?
It's crazy that you say that, because of recent, whenever I've said, "Hey, man, check Menace out," that would be the song that I pick for people to listen to, just because it's a fire ass song, it's a fire collab, but y'all both just snap on that motherfucker.
Yeah.
And
I've worked with Tin Man, I've worked with Michi, I've worked with Trauma, I've worked with Chad. I do have a song with one that we haven't put out.
Jam Wayne.
Work with Jam. There's so many, man. So many. And that's the awesome thing, though, is like, through all those songs, like, I love to listen to the music sometimes, but I'd rather just like be like, fuck it, look, what's the next biggest thing that we can do? You know what I mean?
100%. At what point in time did you start like linking up with people like, say, Chad?
I linked with Chad, I want to say 2.5, almost 3 years ago. So it's kind of funny. I actually went into a live stream, and him and Mel was live one night, and I was brand new to their shit. Shout out to Blue.
Golden said one that I think would be dope for you to do, and it's my favorite rapper, and me and him have talked about doing a song. I've just never reached out and did it yet, and that's Ritz.
I have a song with Ritz.
Do you? Because he mentioned
it's not an official, like, it's not, we didn't talk about doing it. It was one of them, like, where the producer got him to do the verse, and then you buy the shit. And
yeah, I know what you're talking about. But still, yeah, and people knock those, but I don't knock anybody that grabs one of those and throws it up for, that's good promotion, especially trying to get heard, bro. Because
just don't get mad when you hear like 90 other people doing the same song with that same verse from that rapper. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I saw one of those things and it had Drake on it, and I'm like, damn, if I had the money right now, I'd get it, just because who knows if I could ever put a song on a distribution thing with Drake on it any other time. But all right, we'll get into it. This is Menace and Blind Fury, I'm the Best remix. Let's go.
I'm the best. 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 I'm the best.
Yeah, fuck it, I'm about to go chopper mode. Have them falling down like it is dominoes. I be up in your bitch like a stop and go. You ain't fucking with me, better stop it, bro. You can try, but come up a swing and a miss. Party, fuck it, I'm bringing a fit. The rhymes you bring again is more duty than dookie, you stick it in. This ain't a movie, I'm talking real life. My dividends, they looking real nice. Y'all about to pay a real price, cause you rappers are smaller than field mice. I'm a giant, call me Goliath, fuck with the prizes. Bitch, I'm defying it, me, I'm just vibing. Watching these liars, spinning in circles like rotating tires. This what I do when I don't need to flex. Spitting these rhymes that leave you perplexed. Coming at me, I don't think I suggest, cause I rip the stripes right off in your chest. I leave it, the powers that be, I devour the beat, I can scour you free. I tower with ease and you sour, so give me an hour, I'll leave you a flower that weeps. Look at you geeks, look at you nerds, chasing the clout, that shit is absurd. some clowns, y'all are some losers. Little pill popping drug users. Get amused first, boy, them views hurt. Motherfuckers could never accrue. Let's go.
Yo,
I'm the best.
yo,
I'm the best.
yo. Let me tell you what it is. Yo, huh.
I'm the best.
You already know. Yeah, I ain't gotta tell you, but I'ma tell you anyway. Let's go. Rolling, acting wild, blowing black and mild, smoking my weed in a little bit. You finna quit like a silly bitch. I'ma show you what the business is. Me and this is taking over like the cocaine and the baking soda in my own lane. Tryna make a quota and I won't change, cause I'm staying focused. I done quit drinking, but I'm still smoking. Got a big bank, so your bitch open. Got a sick chain, so my shit frozen while I'm getting changed. You get sleep tokens. I am the best and I feel like I'm better than I've ever been in my life. Really, I gotta give all of the credit to God. I'm a beautiful wife. I finally feel like I'm doing it right. Not that I was ever doing it wrong. I get on the stage and they give me the mic. Then I sing one of my beautiful songs. Show and prove is the movement we own. Cause everything that we say and we do, we put all of our pain in this music and get a little bit of paper to do it. If you thinking we ain't, then you stupid. That kind of thinking is foolish. Sitting at home banging on your phone, knowing you ain't gonna do shit. I'm feeling like a blimp. R.I.P. to the motherfucking pimp. Let's go.
I'm the best. 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 I'm the best.
All right, for anybody out there that had any doubts about Menace's talent, we're past that question. Um, Cadillac asks, "Who's your inspirational artist, alive or dead?"
Right
Tupac.
there. Absolutely.
That's a good
Tupac
one.
is 100% my favorite artist of all time. There has never been a more powerful influence in music than Tupac Shakur. And in my personal opinion, that's the reason he's no longer alive today. Lyrically, Eminem for sure. Like, you're not touching him, bro.
All right, I got some kind of it's not necessarily generic, but these are some questions that I had. But I don't know if you want to answer these. But what is a hip hop opinion that would make people mad? What's an opinion you have on hip hop that you feel like people might get upset about?
Um,
An unpopular opinion that is just an opinion you had. There you.
I don't know. I guess maybe some rappers just shouldn't rap.
Well, it might tie into my next question. If you could get on a song with any rapper to go bar for bar to prove your talent level, who would you get on a song with?
Bro, I'm telling you, put me in a studio with Am, bro. And I know that's like a really high bar to set, but you can't achieve it if you don't set that bar.
Nah, honestly, and I hate to, sound like an echo over here, but if I could get in a studio with one person, that's probably who I'd pick.
Fuck yeah, dude. Who wouldn't?
Just somebody
Even
that
if you don't like, even if you absolutely hate Eminem, hate his politics, hate his music, to say no to get on a song with him would be the stupidest thing you would ever do in your career.
Yeah. Dang, I'm getting Menace links to my Instagram.
Oh shit.
I got you, go. But
Oh, this
what's
motherfucker. You better not say no old shit.
what's just being honest, you're around this country rap stuff. What's one rapper you feel like is overrated in country rap?
See, now you're trying to get me into beefs.
I mean, I'll tell you some that I think are overrated. If you want me to take the lead, it's not. It's just it's just an opinion.
About 90% of them, if I'm being honest. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some very, very talented country rappers, like very talented.
Yeah,
But it's gotten to a point where when I listen to country rap, it's like everybody is doing the exact same thing that the person before them did. There hasn't been that breakthrough moment yet to where, how can we change country rap to bring it to the next level, in my opinion.
I mean, just to throw myself out there, since I asked you the question, somebody that I think is highly overrated is I had to back up. I won't say whose opinion this is, but I had to echo it, and that's I think Adam Calhoun's highly overrated. I think without his features, he wouldn't even be anywhere near where he's at. It's just my opinion.
It's a fair opinion.
I did get sent. I think this is you and Ritz, the Forbidden Mixtape Volume 1.
I'm fuck going up when I see him. I swear. All right, run it up.
All right, yeah, let's get into that. I want to hear that because I'm a Ritz fan, and I think you're dope. I want to hear how this goes together.
Again, this is before like I learned the mixing and all. So this is like that period of music for me.
And that's the thing is that I can see past people's mixes, but and that's something the artists need to realize is that I can sit here and listen to 5 different songs, and the shittiest mix I might say is the dopest because I can hear past that. But to the average listener, they can't. So y'all got to level up. That's why the song I did with Menace, I'm gonna have him mix that motherfucker. But let's go. This is Ritz and Menace. Let's go.
Let's go.
What am I doing? Where do I go from here?
I'll go quick.
Yeah.
Go to the description of that. That's the whole EP link. So you gotta go to the description to find the one with Ritz on it.
And Golden said check the chat. I'm sorry, like I told you, I've been trying to just stay focused on Menace, but if I miss something, I'll go back through the chat and check it. Okay, so this
is gonna be
Going In featuring Ritz. So it's at 3 minutes and 24 seconds. Bet. Let's go.
Yeah. It's Ritz. I do me, I ain't never give a fuck about the next wave. I done seen so many entertainers come and go, some blow up while the street is like a sex slave. Get fucked through a death for the wreck that is XA. I've been raising hell for some decades. Back then we ain't argue online, got a problem, we don't call them, tell them meet up back when net plays. Stepped up with his chest out, left in a neck brace. Educate yourself on who you fucking with, you scared to shoot somebody. What the fuck you take a picture, what you gun for? That ain't your friend, man, you know them for a mark. Now you don't believe a storm while you stripping you a gun pour. And y'all are too gullible and naive. Need to save your guts and glory for your story on your IG. Drinking tequila, fucking line squeeze. Stiff lines that I sneeze in the trees till I dry heave. I've been inside of my car, just fuck a backwood. I'm not a fan of the harsh and swollen garshes. I'm hard and I'm heartless, smart and I'm sharp dressed. So you know they got his own face on a cigar band. Burn marks on my carpet, find a couple Zenny bars on my sharp back. Nirvana guitar pick, then I started my car, hit Jimmy Carter, then Harbors. Where this broad lives inside of a baby father's apartment. I offered a hard dick, she took it, I finished and left. Happy that's a piece of pussy I didn't regret. Ain't nobody censored me yet. My shit's authentic, but at times I've been a victim of identity theft. You got some missing pieces in your chemistry set. You tried to copy in the lab, but didn't get it correct. But let them give it their best. There's only one, I'm the hardest underrated rapper that ever exists, and they call me Ritz.
Shit, I already know I've been a misfit. Hit like the tip of the cigar when I'm hitting it. See, I've been killing shit like the wrist slit. Hitting every artery, the blood going drip, drip. Sick with the fuck going commando mode. His bitch been fucking, but her man don't know. I run it up the middle, where's a handoff, bro? Cause we already knowin' how to stand off go. See me, I've always been a backyard pit. And I'm biting anybody that gon' bash our shit. It's a media shower, I'm the last star hit. And we greedy with the power cause we passed our shit. See, I hit him with the buckshot, put him in a rough spot. Menace at a level with the devil, wicked done hot. Hit him up in one shot, my luck's not over. The closer I give him, always bringing them in closer. Menace and double S putting everyone to rest. Cause it's menace and threats, nobody fucking with the best. Hey, fuck it, I'ma call it a day. Put them all in a raven, you can bet that when I'm walking away. I salute to the sky cause I'm boosted with pride. I'm the truth in the booth and I'm hooping, I'm high. I'm impeccable the second that Peter to pick the pepper. I've been pushing the pedal in and I leave it to the metal. I'm begging your pardon, I've been always taking part.
What did he say? Hold on. Hold on there. Hold on. That was a tongue twister. I gotta rewind, dog.
Your pit, and I'm biting anybody that gon' bash our shit. It's a media shower, I'm the last star hit. And we greedy with the power cause we passed our shit. See, I hit him with the buckshot, put him in a rough spot. Menace at a level with the devil, wicked done hot. Hit him up in one shot, my luck's not over. The closer I give him, always bringing them in closer. Menace and double S putting everyone to rest. Cause it's menace and threats, nobody fucking with the best. Hey, fuck it, I'ma call it a day. Put them all in a raven, you can bet that when I'm walking away. I salute to the sky cause I'm boosted with pride. I'm the truth in the booth and I'm hooping, I'm high. I'm impeccable the second that Peter to pick the pepper. I've been pushing the pedal in and I leave it to the metal. I'm begging your pardon, I've been always taking part in the game. If you running with the lames, I'm a marksman. I'm picking my target, how hard did it hit? I'm in the middle with minimal, throwing sparks in this bitch. Flow arsenic with a froze heart for the kid. No offering, but I'm like off with his head. So hard when I'm hitting with the bars that I spit, it's like sauce, motherfucker, no arguing this.
I'm on top of the game and these motherfuckers better stop that. All that talking shit, if your mouth is moving, homie, better watch that. Cause this mic is my weapon and I'm always ready to cock back and bust shots off. If you wanted to war, I said it before, you better be ready for combat. Everybody knows me, bitch, I'm an OG. Why you tryna lock me up like the 5-0 whole bleed in the fifth, but low key? Or this absolute and Grey Goose always do the talking for me. I don't give a fuck if you love me or hate me. Ain't nobody that's ever gonna replace me. Ain't nobody that's ever up on my level, but they get the shovel now. Very simple, you make me do it, motherfucker. I don't don't give a fuck now. If you mention my name and you really wanna speak out, better get the bombs out, cause them 9 mil rounds, they gon' cut it. I ain't stop until I'm dead up in the ground. Let them know who the fuck they be talking to. Menace of a less, menace of threats, the truth. I don't think you wanna go against the group, cause everything we do, we just do it better than you. Why the fuck is you talking like you gon' do shit, dog? You already see what happens when we get pissed off. Get the next man gone. Drop the motherfucking hammer on them like Thor. I'm a lightning god. If a motherfucker really wanna step to the plate, Texas chainsaw, dog, it's off with his face. Gone are the days, the less won't say shit. Damn motherfucker, go and call my name.
Man, this is where I had to give you props on that. That didn't sound like a song that you jumped on. That sounded like y'all was in the studio together. Like that, to me, it meshed well.
I recorded that on a USB Yeti mic.
That's crazy because to me, it mixed in well together. Who are some of your biggest inspirations in this from the country rap, any genre? From the country to he said from the country to rap, any genre. What's your biggest inspiration?
Man,
I guess he's saying outside of just rap, from country music all the way to rock to like what genre would you say inspired you the most?
I don't know. I really like classic rock, to be honest with you. There's a lot of really good classic rock songs. I do like some country, not a whole lot. I do like some though.
What country do you like?
I like
because I'll be honest with you, I don't like most country music
and shit like that. Like I like that that Western old school kind of country rap, but not country rap, but country. But I also like the songs that have like a really really deep meaning, like 5 More Minutes by Cole Swindell. Like I think that is a really really powerful song that everybody who's went to high school could relate with. You know what I mean?
One for me is Travis Tritt's Here's a Quarter for Someone Who Cares, because I remember being a kid with my parents at a Travis Tritt show, and I had one of them little quarters.
I think what's the name? Dean Brody, the song Brothers. It's about two brothers. One was left at home. He was a little brother, and the older brother went to war and got paralyzed and couldn't walk. So when he got back from war, the little brother had to take care of him, which I thought that was a really, really good song. So, I mean, I do like some country. I just don't like the "Don't Break My Heart."
My achy breaky heart.
I don't like that kind of stuff. I think it's too modern and poppy feel. You know what I mean?
I think 90s ask a great question. What's your biggest flaw in your creative process, and what are you doing to correct it?
The whole question on me. My biggest flaw in the music process is definitely thinking what I'm doing isn't good enough. 100%. Like I always second guess everything I do. Now I try to use that to an advantage as well, though, because I get to a certain point where I'm like, okay, I'm going to work on this song for this long. If I like it, cool. If not, I'm going to walk away from it. One thing that I'm actively doing to correct that, though, is, and this is something I've really never done before, is when I dedicate my time to making a song, I'm locked into that song until it's over. I give myself 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? What we do in 2 hours, that's what we got. Whereas before I was writing like pieces here, pieces there.
Do you ever come back to it after that 2 hours if it just wasn't working? Because that's what I do.
Sometimes. It's very unlikely that when I make a song and I don't put it out that it's ever going to get put out.
Do you have this happen? Because I had this happen a lot with me personally. Is some days I'll go in and I feel like it's just smooth sailing. I feel like, damn, I'm on top of it. Some days I feel like that motherfucker that's just getting started in this shit trying to fucking, it feels like it's just not working some days. And then some days it feels like it's just effortless.
That's kind of a new thing I've been trying out too, is like as I'm listening to the beat, if I can't construct an idea immediately from listening, or at least like a melody or something to go off of, I just can't fuck with it. It has to spark an idea.
I agree with you. And that's like, do you ever run into this where you feel like you rap better on a song freestyling? Because like the song I sent you, the original one, I had freestyled 90% of it, but that's how I had to figure out how to catch the flow right.
Right. Nah, if I'm in a studio, it just really, for me, doesn't make sense to freestyle. Like I'm in a fucking studio. You know what I mean? Like, let's make this shit as perfect as we can.
I agree. It's definitely always better to write. JC asked what your writing process looked like.
A giant mess. Like, honestly, a giant mess. I'll start making a hook, catch an idea or a bar for a verse. I'll write that down, jump back to the hook. Like, it's a very cluttered mess in Menace's brain, bro.
Well, I mean, we spoke on Eminem. They said that he used to write in circles because he didn't want people to ever get a hold of his rhyme book and steal his shit. So he wrote it to where it was almost like a maze that only he could understand.
He turns it the other way for the other verse. Like, he does one verse one way and I think another verse the other way, which is pretty fucking crazy.
What would Menace now tell 10-year-old Menace?
10-year-old? What would I tell 10-year-old Menace?
Mm-hmm.
Shit, since my wife is in here now, I'll probably never get married.
God, I would tell my 10-year-old self that for sure.
No, honestly, it would. If I could tell my 10-year-old self anything, it would probably be like listen to your parents a little bit more because they've been through it, you know. For sure.
I normally don't do this in an interview, but we just got requested one of your songs, and I'm gonna get to it. You want to introduce this? Tell us a little bit about this. Smoke the Room Out, Menace.
Oh shit, you gonna play this one, huh?
it was requested. Natural Born Killers remix.
Yeah, well, somebody told me on a social media platform or made a post or some shit that I was this, that, and the third and other, and they were about to dust the mic off. So I just spent about, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes making this song just to prove that you're not.
Shit, let's get into it. You done got my attention. Let's go.
Okie dokie.
You gonna learn today.
Johnny Cashville don't want no fucking smoke. Got this pussy in his feelings cause he's going fucking broke. Listen up, you fat ass fuck, get off a rhyme stick. I ain't heard him claim you yet and you ain't riding with his clique. You a fake ass fuck, you a snake in the grass. And I wonder how much dick that he takes in his ass. He a Creek Squad fanboy, a groupie at least. But don't run inside that mall now when you see a beast. Johnny Cashville, no way that you're destroying me. I'll leave you more upset than when Ryan took your royalties. You a sick fuck, I don't beat my bitch up, but I'm finding yours to spread that pussy, stick my fist up. And she gon' love it, getting touched by a real man, hitting all them spots like a G that you still can. Goddamn man, go and blow the mic off. How you gonna rap when you can't breathe from that dry cough? You a cheesy bitch, you ain't getting cheddar, but without you as a judge, the rundown is way better. Fuck it, I'm snapping like a basset hound. Menace never backing down. Cashville is a pussy that the industry done passed around. What? Hey, you nasty, bro. What's going on here, guys?
What? Yo, wait a minute.
That's Johnny and 80 up in the basement, trying to flip a quarter to see who's the first to take dick. Come on, Johnny, I'ma tell you what's the deal, chief. Heard it through the industry that you a fucking real thief. I think it's funny that you call yourself a manager, been pandering to Ryan, still trying to be his handler. You want the mic smoke? I'm the great white hope, and nobody respects you, but fuck it, we can fight though. Look at this faggot erratically wanting static so bad that he couldn't grasp it. In fact, he's a fucking has-been. Ain't nobody fucking with him, everybody laughing at him. Really changed his tune up on T's panel after trashing. Now a real man's coming, so Cashville's running, trying to dig up my grave, couldn't backfill nothing. Now this fat sloppy fuck grease ball is a mess, but Johnny Cashville, only bitches wear a dress. Now we know what you about, so shut your fucking mouth. With some real G's in the street, show up at your house like, should I kill him? Should I kill him? Am I iller than a natural born killer? Should I kill him? Should I kill him? Am I iller than a natural born killer? Should I kill him? Should I kill him? Am I iller than a natural born killer? Should I kill him? Should I kill him? Am I iller than a natural born killer?
See, this is kind of what I was touching on earlier when you had asked me about the name and stuff. Is like, this is something I'm trying to not really do so much anymore. Like, I'm not trying to react to people's nonsense on the internet as much as I once used to.
Yeah.
That's why it's really hard to be, like I said, it's really hard to be the Menace and be humble at certain times, because there's certain times, bro, I just want to lock in and just fucking roast the motherfucker, bro.
Bro, I get it. Trust me, I go through it daily, well, at least weekly. I get that feeling of just wanting to get on here and just go the fuck in on them. But I realize that's not where I'm trying to go with stuff. But I'll say this much: is that with that track, I know exactly who you're talking about. I don't know the backstory fully, but I know I went through my own personal stuff with him, so I could I could definitely see where it was coming from
I
100%.
just did that because he had made a little video or whatever, and he had involved my wife and shit, and
I've had a few
little
make.
shit like you just don't do, and then I even let that go, right? So he
Yeah.
even came up and apologized on my panel and whatnot, and then he had said some slick shit about rappers doing this, and he's been doing this for so long, and blah blah blah, and don't make me dust the mic off. When he said "don't make me dust the mic off," I was like, I don't give a fuck. Nope, hold on.
Yeah.
But that's what I don't want to be anymore. You know what I mean? Like you said, you got how you carry yourself as an artist. That's like 90% of where you're. I would say that's 90% of how important it is to your success.
I agree with you, but I also feel like almost like growing up, it's good to have a healthy fear of your dad. You know what I mean? Like if you get out of line, your dad's gonna bust your ass. I think it's good sometimes to show yourself as an artist like that, to give these artists a healthy fear to know if they disrespect you, that they can bring out that side of you that will motherfucker make them regret it real quick.
Yeah, but the thing is, you will never beat the internet, no matter who you are. You will never beat the internet, bro. The internet is always going to win. So,
but at the end
like
of
choose your battle kind of thing. You know what I mean?
yeah, but you gotta think though, like our idols, like Tupac, Eminem, that was part of what made them my idol.
You gotta realize though, Millie, they wasn't doing shit on YouTube. They wasn't sending Instagram posts back, bro. They was sending like 30 people to your doorstep back then.
Yeah.
It was a whole different thing back then, bro, because it was about respect. 100% it was about respect, bro. And once your image was tarnished on that level, you was never coming back.
Yeah, that's big facts. Everyone, what up, Rhonda? How you doing, brother? But this is a question I have because I feel like if I had to just give my overall perception of you as an artist and a person, I feel like you're misunderstood. Is there something like what would you explain to yourself as far as if you wanted to describe something that people don't know about you, that you would like for people to know about you as a person? Like who is Menace? As what's something that you do that we would never guess behind the scenes?
I really don't. I don't really think there's. I mean, I'm just me, man. You know what I mean? Like, I like to go fishing, but I post that on my shit too, so that people know that. I mean, there's not really who I am when I'm up here is exactly who I am in real life. You know what I mean?
Okay, what's some kind of perception that you think people might perceive? I can tell you personally, but I can't speak for everyone else. But what's a perception that people may have of you, or you feel like they have of you, where you feel like they might got it wrong just because they don't know you?
Oh, well, there's a couple things, but none worth mentioning. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, it's honestly not my job to worry about how somebody else feels about me. That's something they got to deal with. Because I promise you, it's not going to affect whether I wake up in the morning. It's not going to affect how much money I make. It's not going to affect that I'm there for my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it really doesn't fucking matter to me.
Well, I want to answer this question for you because for artists out there or anyone on this YouTube streets out there, this is my experience with Menace is that whenever I first met him, I just got a vibe, and it's probably more of my insecurities than him giving that off. But I just got a vibe that he did like me, and as I got to know Menace more, I got to kind of gain a respect for him as a person because I realized that he wasn't what I thought that he was. He wasn't just an asshole that is over here like, oh, fuck somebody. He's just a person that, has that wall up, and you got to gain that trust, like you said earlier. And once you do gain that trust, he's somebody that is a very loyal person that would ride or die for his people. And
That's one of my biggest flaws, bro. Is sometimes I'm too loyal. You know what I mean? And that sucks when that turns back around on you. But it is what it is. I'm in a good place with the people I got around me now. You know what I'm saying? I got a very good core following. And it ain't hundreds, but you know what? One day it might be thousands.
Brookie said, ask Menace what he likes about artists giving back to the community.
Oh my God, Brookie. I'm not going to answer that. Next question.
All right. I
Brookie
think
being
this I think this was just a joke too. TNT Dollar said, ask him about his flux being in a flock. I don't know if that's an inside joke or something I missed.
I'm not sure either.
I'm not
Flux in a
sure.
flock. That's too country for me, dog.
What's the point? What do you think the point was in your stuff? Because I look at you now and I see, people that you've worked with that I have a high amount of respect for, from Chad Arms, like you said, Tim Man, whole S&P crew. You've been on songs with Jam Wayne. You've worked with a lot of artists that I haven't worked with and I have a lot of respect for. So what changed in your career to make you go from Menace that was doing this, starting out, doing some battle rap shit here and there, to being Menace that started collaborating with these people who, some of them have made this their career now?
Honestly, that's a very good question. But again, this ties into like me learning to let shit like that song you just played go. Like, not even let it go, but like just don't even initially react or respond to it. You know what I mean? Like, stay focused to what you really want to do out here. The only person that's going to stop you is you.
100%. I didn't know what the connection was like, because I know, I can trace back how me and you kind of developed a relationship,
Yeah.
and how we were able to get to a point of me sending you a song tonight for my album. I didn't know if you could trace back, when you first came across certain people, and
I mean, Mel and Chad were a big part of a lot of that for sure. And it's crazy, like I said, I walk in a live stream one day and ask a question to Chad, and Mel just tore me up, bro. Just tore me up. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck, what I do? And from there, there was kind of relationship built. Like, we had known each other before that, but we didn't really know each other. You know what I mean?
mhm.
For the most part, our relationship isn't even about music, bro. We're just, you know, just normal people doing normal people shit.
Hell
But
yeah. What was your best show you attended and why?
uh, definitely Chad's birthday bash. This last birthday bash, bro. That was an entire building full of people doing nothing but showing love to one another, bro. And
Uh,
it was something
that
special.
that place is in Clarksville,
Cooksville.
Cooksville. I did a show there the year before, so I'm familiar with the place, and I saw some of the videos y'all shot there. So it seemed, I wish I was there. It seemed like a dope time.
Yeah, I think it was the name was the Revolver.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was dope for sure.
Cadillac Twin is an old homie. Is actually one of the first people that ever produced a song for me. He's in the chat. Man, have a good night. He says, good to meet you, Menace.
Hey, likewise. Appreciate you stopping in.
He's kind of is an inside joke, Millie. The screen recording is on my channel, which was the first time me and Menace ever joked around together.
Oh shit, yeah. Maybe I don't know. Sorry, Tyler. I don't. It's hard to remember some things,
So right now, going forward, like, I feel like there's two things I want to touch on. One is you do a lot of live streams, and I feel like if I would have known the type of community that I could build and how much it would help my YouTube channel, I would have told artists that that's kind of a cheat code that they should have been doing more.
It's not even a cheat code. It's a necessity, bro. It's a necessity. You have to, excuse me. You have to engage with people. You have to. They can hear you on a song all day long, right? But you have to let people at least know a little bit about who you are. And giving that to them, you know what I mean? That definitely helps build the core following, the support that you need to make it as an artist.
Yeah, I honestly had no clue what I was getting into, but I guess I think it's great for you and great for me, as far as people can come here, a couple of times at least, if not 3 or 4 times a week, and just see who we are as a person.
Yeah, not for sure. And not not just make it about you and what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like giving them a place to come hang out and be a part of. People love to be a part of it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's what I tell artists is don't necessarily try to build a brand around you, but build something that people can be a part of. You know what I'm saying? Like, people could like say MTP for example. People feel like they could probably go buy some MTP merch and ride with the movement and support it and be a part of that. To whereas if you were just pushing Menace, you know, I gotta wear just a Menace shirt. I gotta just be about Menace to ride with that.
Right.
So yeah, I think that's
There's
a
there,
great.
you know, there's a lot of cool relationships, not just with me and those people, but between those people and those people. You know what I mean?
And that's something that I think is obviously it's like a cheat code on here. And that takes me to my next question though, like what's your plans going from here? Because the way I'm looking at it is you have a great team around you. Everybody's not necessarily in the best place in their life personally to give it their full as far as solo wise grinding. But where do you see yourself? Like what's your plans for the next 6 months to a year to try to keep building on to what you've already laid the foundation for?
I definitely want to get a few more solid like projects put out. You know what I mean? I have a lot, pretty much almost all singles. I really don't have many projects. So I definitely want to get a couple of solid pieces of work together. Um Not quite sure on shows yet. I don't know. As much as I love doing shows, I love just not doing them either. You know what I mean? Like I really feel like you can expand your music in so many different ways that getting on a stage, the only reason people do it is for that live interaction. You know what I mean? And you can do that now in so many different other ways on a more personal level too.
Hmm.
So I don't know.
I want to ask what you think about this, just because the idea that I had, and I want to bounce it off of another artist because I haven't really spoke to an artist about it, and due to just different personal shit that went on with me this last year, like I went from doing shows almost every other weekend, sometimes twice a week, to really backing off not doing shows. And what would you think about like an artist, say like myself? I've got an album coming out. I've thought about doing a live stream that was just me live performing, almost like during the COVID days, like almost doing a live
Mm.
stream of performances, to
I mean,
where I feel like everybody in the chat that can't come see you perform, like say I can't come to Ohio to see you perform, but if you
no,
get,
I get it. But honestly, nah, unless you can make it sound like exactly how it would live, you know what I mean? Like I would just not do that.
that's the tricky part is the sound part, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
So they say every behind every king is an amazing queen. So what would you how do you feel about that with your relationship? Because I see people bring up Lady Menace a lot, so I feel like she's obviously got to be playing a good part in that role.
Yeah, she does play. She's definitely a heavy role in it. She really wasn't at first or before, but here the last couple of years, she's definitely stepped up, and she started selling the merch, making the merch at home. Like we have the website, but we make all that in house now. She's the one that does that. Uh, and just like all together, like, but honestly, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be doing any shows. I only do them because she tells me like, "Hey, we should do the show." I'm like, "All right, whatever." I'm all right. Like I said, I'm all right not doing a show. I'd rather go just watch a show, to be honest with you, instead of like being on the stage.
See, that's something that I found that can. The last girl I dated seriously was somebody that was already a fan of my music, so coming into the relationship, like she was cool. She loved to sit and watch me record music. But before that, it ruined relationships. Like to
Yeah.
where my oldest son, at one point, his mom was sleeping in the other room while I was in one room sleeping, making music all night.
So
So, it could be one of those things that it either helps you can build it together, or it can just break you apart. It sounds like y'all have learned to coexist with that.
I mean, I just pretty much stay in the garage. She stays in there, and it works out. You know. No, I'm kidding.
She said, deal with his pain in the ass.
I'm not easy to live with, bro.
I
I don't do
man,
that.
I second that. I'm not either. I don't know about you. I know I'm messy. I'm not good at staying clean, at cleaning up. I was cleaning up today, and I do it like twice a week. I had to make myself now just have a cleaning like 2 or 3 hours where I clean, because if not,
Yeah.
What's something newer that you've released over the past couple of years that if I was coming to you and I was a promoter saying, "Hey, I got a show, I got these big artists on it, and I'm looking for somebody else," what would you send to them?
On deck. For sure.
Shit, let's get into that.
I love that fucking song.
I think that's the one that's on the cover of this, ain't it?
Yeah, it should have
On Deck with Chad Arms and Jam Wayne.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's a reel of that's what I ended up using for the thumbnail on here.
Yeah. There's a few different reels of that verse on there.
That's a question I'll ask you real quick before I forget it. How important do you think it is nowadays to post reels and shorts of your new music to promote it?
Honestly, if you're not doing it, you're committing career suicide at this point in time. Just because like the amount of other people that are doing it, and this is one of my biggest flaws as an artist, bro, is I'm not nearly consistent enough with reels and visuals. But you know, as quick as our scroll time is on our phone now, right? I mean, you scroll and it takes a matter of like 2 seconds to know if you're going to continue watching it or not. So if you're not putting music out with reels and short form content, you are literally defeating the entire purpose of where the game is at right now independently.
I agree with you 100%, bro. Let's get into it. This is Menace with Chad Arms and Jam Wayne, On Deck.
Let's go.
Goons on deck, goons on deck. World Belt War, pack a vest for your chest. Hellcat for the wrist, micro compact. Be a good size, top grip, blap, blap, blap. Load up the burner, slip in the knot. Infrared goggles, give me the light. I'll be the hit man, take this beat. Slaughter these rhymes, fucking genocide. Goons on deck, goons on deck. World Belt War, pack a vest for your chest. Hellcat for the wrist, micro compact. Be a good size, top grip, blap, blap, blap. Load up the burner, slip in the knot. Infrared goggles, give me the light. I'll be the hit man, take this beat. Slaughter these rhymes, fucking genocide.
Step in the spot and I'm holding it down. They try to get me, try looting my crown. Look at the way that I'm doing it now. I got hooligans that make medullas go wow. Stepping in a ring with a king, anything go. Counting up the numbers on the scale, call it bingo. Show you what a flex is. Give me the mic, I wreck this. Put a hole in you with a bullet the size of Texas. I don't play no games, I don't say no names. Keep $100 bill, I don't take no change. And it might seem strange, but it's like these days. Trying to fight these ways at a unlikely stage. They want a piece of me leaguing or beasting me, sleeping so peacefully. When he awakes, it's gonna be hell, man, but fuck it, oh well. Cause I'm telling you, I'll be destroying you fake. Looking up to the sky, begging God, please guide me to wash my sins. But it's highly unlikely, surviving these vices. High in a pipe dream, I could give a fuck if you spite me. You're like work past the flesh into the bones exposed. I'm numb to the world like an overdose. These people that I know cover broken homes and don't condone the bullshit we smoke alone. It's overgrown.
Goons on deck, goons on deck. World Belt War, pack a vest for your chest. Hellcat for the wrist, micro compact. Be a good size, top grip, blap, blap, blap. Load up the burner, slip in the knot. Infrared goggles, give me the light. I'll be the hit man, take this beat. Slaughter these rhymes, fucking genocide. Goons on deck, goons on deck. World Belt War, pack a vest for your chest. Hellcat for the wrist, micro compact. Be a good size, top grip, blap, blap, blap. Load up the burner, slip in the knot. Infrared goggles, give me the light. I'll be the hit man, take this beat. Slaughter these rhymes, fucking genocide. 245s, Jambo, Wick, blood, sport, rap, boom, bap. You're the big stick, bada bing, bada boom, pal. I ain't seen shit, and I ain't seen shit, and I ain't seen shit. So what you gonna do when there's nothing that you can do? Wanna know the truth, right here be the truth, nightmares come true. If you stare too long at the lies, be the liar, little looking ass dude. Time flies, bullets sing out, automatic tune, turn fire, let it ring out. Homicide too, old drummer boy blue, 24, old new 25, got 2,500 rounds for you. Get around, bust down if I had to shoot. Patula clean burner, new switches too, new missions from misfits to listen to. And if the shoe fits, gon' wear the boo. This a round up, 256, coming at your head, boo, cocky bitch. Have a chance you make it, one shot like him, two shots if you still bump, pocket big. Got your bob in your head like a doc in them. A Geronimo spirit while I pat you, man. You be the walking dead man, an addict still like your prescription filled, and we pop a pill, bitch. Goons on deck, goons on deck. World Belt War, pack a vest for your chest. Hellcat for the wrist, micro compact. Be a good size, top grip, blap, blap, blap. Load up the burner, slip in the knot. Infrared goggles, give me the light. I'll be the hit man, take this beat. Slaughter these rhymes, fucking genocide. Goons on deck, goons on deck. World Belt War, pack a vest for your chest. chest. Hellcat for the wrist, micro compact, be a good size top grip, blap, blap, blap. Load up the burner, slip in the night. Infrared goggles, give me the light. I'll be the hit man, take this beat, slaughter these rhymes, fuck a genocide.
Yeah, been a wild ride, team smoking good, now I'm sky high. Flex for the green like I'm Popeye, cause I'm bout my chicken like a pot pie. Ask all the people, I'm bout mine. Y'all give me respect cause it's bout time. Give me respect cause it's my time. Look between love and hate, there's a fine line. Look, don't trip on me, that slick hating, you gon' slip on it. Don't trip, homie, all that clout chasing, you get ripped, homie. One of these days you'll be through hating. Go out and work like a man, homie. The path for y'all, I'm through paving. Yeah, that's my word and I stand on it. When my back's to the wall, I smile through the pain cause I'm laughing it off. Fuck a round of applause, the people that love me, I'm rapping for y'all. I've been on the grind for a long time, ain't nothing new. You wanna hate, there's a long line. Just know the whole time I'm comfortable.
Goons on deck, goons on deck. World Belt War, pack a vest for your chest. Hellcat for the wrist, micro compact, be a good size top grip, blap, blap, blap. Load up the burner, slip in the night. Infrared goggles, give me the light. I'll be the hit man, take this beat, slaughter these rhymes, fuck a genocide. Goons on deck, goons on deck. World Belt War, pack a vest for your chest. Hellcat for the wrist, micro compact, be a good size top grip, blap, blap, blap. Load up the burner, slip in the night. Infrared goggles, give me the light. I'll be the hit man, take this beat, slaughter these rhymes, fuck a genocide.
Yeah, one of the big reasons I like that song is because of how long it is. Again, I know shorter is better nowadays, but this is something you can turn on in a whip and I have to change to the next song real quick. You can just let that motherfucker ride. You know what I mean?
Nah, I agree with you because some of my newer songs I tried to make shorter because that is kind of the new thing. But every time I do that, I have somebody that's actually an avid listener hit me up, man. I just wish it was longer, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Something that I want to ask the next question. What up, Deacon? Much respect, brother. Uh, you know, I'm a firm believer that if you don't have people hating on you, that you're not doing something right. And we got a little bit of that here recently in the chat, and I appreciated it. It let me know because I was worried for a minute because we don't have that. I feel like we ain't doing something right over here. So,
like I said, bro, I don't need to react or respond to any of that. You know what I mean? I got way too much going good for me to worry about that dumb shit.
But that's really the question. Wasn't really tap into anything about that. But
No, for sure.
I think that you would agree that the fact that people feel the need to even put that effort forward, if you don't have some of that going on, that you're probably not on the right track.
Hey, there's a great saying: "Love me or hate me, either way, it's still an obsession."
Hey, hell yeah, I agree with you. Something I've kind of got a little bit of a taste for your music, and some of the artists that I hear you play, sometimes I'm surprised. Kind of just people I wouldn't expect. What's your top 5 look like right now, just in your playlist? Not maybe who you think are the top 5 rappers, but
My playlist right now,
yeah, the top 5 artists that you like to bump right now.
man, it depends. It depends on if I'm feeling like independent wise or mainstream wise.
Okay, what's 2 independent, 2 mainstream?
I'll give you two. Two independent is one for sure, and another dude who's pretty fucking dope, Chad. Mainstream, Kevin Gates for sure. I always got Kevin.
See, that's the one. That's the one that it throws me off when I hear you play it because I'm like, damn, I wouldn't think Menace would fuck with Kevin Gates, but
Bro, I've done a lot of things in my life, bro. Been a lot of places, seen a lot of things. But it's not about where you were; it's about where you at.
and I think he's a great example.
I think I can still appreciate the music and the struggle, the lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he's a great example of somebody that has straightened their life up, is clean, not doing drugs, but he still is able to tap into that and make. Yeah, I fuck with Kevin Gates. Man, really, I think I've touched on most of the questions that I have. I think the last one is, um, if I was just a new person coming in, and why should I pick Menace over anybody else as an artist to listen to?
That's a good question. I don't know.
What do you think makes you stand out?
Hitting the pockets for sure. That's one of my biggest pet peeves, bro. People cannot hit a pocket to save their life. You can't rap saying I'm the best if you're not on beat saying it. And yeah.
No, I agree with you. That was my biggest struggle. I could always write, but riding the beat was always something that I had to learn, you know what I'm saying? Coming into rapping later. And like the other day when you played Profound for me, I was hearing him catching pockets that most rappers would not be catching, and that let me know, like, damn, this dude's nice. Yep. But man, we've been up here and had a good serious hour and a half, man. If you don't mind, I'd like to give you the wheel, just let you play some music.
Yeah, I can play for you.
Just, whatever you want to play, let's just rock, kick it. I appreciate the hell out of you for coming up here and doing this, because I know it's not always easy to get asked a bunch of questions, especially whenever they touch on different personal stuff. But I think you did a great job of it, and hopefully people appreciate it. I know we got 25 people in here right now.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
You have a lot of. It's always good to know that, hey, your people, I fuck with them, because if you're live and I'm not on there, somebody will let me know, like, hey, Menace is live right now, and that's the way it should be.
Yeah, you got to show love to get love, bro. All right, let me run this one, I guess, to start it off with. Me and Michi, no Prince.
I saw somebody say something about, do you have a project dropping this month?
Yeah, April 16th. I'm trying to drop it April 16th.
What's the name of it?
The Monument. It's the Monument. It's the one I've been working on, but I scrubbed a bunch of that shit. So, like I said, the whole trying to make everything sound perfect is a motherfucker, dude. All right, here we go.
I'm looking forward to hearing that. Let's go.
Yeah. DJ Kids.
Whoa. Whoa.
Put my gang up on my back, I'm down to ride no matter what. If you riding with a stick up in my whip, you better buck. If you screaming team too loud, and ain't 1,000 better too. Cause my bro might blick you down, it's just his way of showing love. Bro, I promise, before we heard of Giannis, we was bout them bucks. I'm too tall to fuck my bitch up in the coupe, I bought a truck. Pockets full of dirty money, got this shit up out the mud. Ain't gotta worry about no prince, I rubber on me, keep it glove. Rep my section in this bitch, I brought them killers in the club. I'm connected in your city, cause I really in the plug. If you really tryna cop, then come and shop and spin a dub. Let them birdies take a bath, I'm picking feathers out the tub. It's crystal clear, I'm not a scrub. TLC outside the club, stupid fresh like it's my prime, and best believe I got my gun. I've been hustling since a shorty selling candy, cutting lines. I was born to be a baller, mama shoulda named me Brian. Niggas tweaking, tryna speak on me, so gon' release these demons. Put your name up on the packet, turn the threats, you know we cheap. My team too loud up in this bitch, I'm tryna bust a bitch speak. A nigga run off with my back when he get clapped, just when we eat. Put my gang up on my back, I'm down to ride no matter what. If you riding with a stick up in my whip, you better buck. If you screaming team too loud, and ain't 1,000 better do. Cause my bro might blick you down, it's just his way of showing love. Bro, I promise, before we heard of Giannis, we was bout them bucks. I'm too tall to fuck my bitch up in the coupe, I bought a truck. Pockets full of dirty money, got this shit up out the mud. Ain't gotta worry about no prince, I rubber on me, keep it glove.
MTP and his team too loud, two demons on a feature now. Look at these haters, they making a frown, and do not make moves unless we do allow it. Better push them back, cause they finna fall flat when I make them all crap from the fucking ball back. What you gonna call that? Couldn't get a call back when I wasn't all that, now they better fall back. Got the money in the bag, got them packing it up. Look at the stats, boy, I'm racking it up, and they mad as fuck that they couldn't get the greenbacks like I can, no passing a buck. Shout out to Hidden, we got the momentum. Now listen, you motherfuckers are not winning, I'm ill with it, bitch, I'm killing this shit. This pack that I bought right here, finna flip. All about the cash flow, stack that shit up. Get in my way, then your ass get lit up. The 5 lives and a mask getting hit up. Hands to the side, quit slouching, sit up. Everyone wanted, but nobody got the balls to say it straight to my face. And the second they do that, I'm still here to prove that can nobody step in my place.
Put my gang up on my back, I'm down to ride no matter what. If you riding with a stick up in my whip, you better buck. If you screaming team too loud, and ain't 1,000 better too. Cause my bro might blick you down, it's just his way of showing love. Bro, I promise, before we heard of Giannis, we was bout them bucks. I'm too tall to fuck my bitch up in the coupe, I bought a truck. Pockets full of dirty money, got this shit up out the mud. Ain't gotta worry about no prince, I rubber on me, keep a glove.
That's my shit, bro.
Hey, that pocket you was catch the pockets on that motherfucker.
I'm rapping with Michi, bro. I had to do something crazy. What's up?
Shoo.
Michi got bars, bro.
Yeah, you was catch the pockets right there, bro. That's the type of shit I'm talking about. Like Michi just did him, sit there and came in with a catchy ass hook and then let Menace just come and snap off on that beat.
Yeah, no, for sure. I want to run this one though.
Let's go.
This one is interesting. I think this is a good.
Go.
We ain't so different, what is the difference? Look at the way that both of us living. Way I was raised, mama was slave in the kitchen to make me the plate I was given. I went to church, I read the Bible. My daddy taught me about survival. Don't ever back down from your rival. Watch what you say, cause you might be liable. Give the shirt off your back if somebody needs it. When problems started coming, only thing I could do really was give it to Jesus. Down on my knees, yeah, some days, I don't believe this. How all of this hate can go viral and everyone talking, but now they all speechless. And me, I don't need this. I'm rocking my J's, you rocking the square toes. I'm rocking the fade, a fitted a jersey. Homie, you know I don't spare no time. Cause baby, I'm walking the line. And me, I'll be doing just fine right here in the city. Cause no matter what county we in, them girls around me looking so pretty. Yeah.
Let's put a little country in the city. Them Broadway girls looking pretty. We about to shut it down. Like an 8-second ride in a one-horse town. Let's bring a little city to the country. Little Miss Daisy looking yummy. We about to shut it down. Like an 8-second ride in a one-horse town. This is what you get when you mix the city and the country. Wearing cowboy boots and I teach you how to duck it in the full moonlight. Don't forget to pass around that shine. All the girls in Daisy Duke's getting kind of frisky. Need to make a run to getting low on the whiskey. Burning hot around that fire. Looking sweeter than strawberry wine. I don't care where you come from. We'll party till the break of dawn. Let's put a little country in the city. Them Broadway girls looking pretty. We about to shut it down. Like an 8-second ride in a one-horse town. Let's bring a little city to the country. Little Miss Daisy looking yummy. We about to shut it down. Like an 8-second ride in a one-horse town.
Bro, I like Colt Montgomery as a person, just getting to sit down with him and see that he is a lot different than a lot of people you're running into in this music shit. Like he's just a humble dude that's was in the service, correct?
Yeah.
And I'm happy. He's one of those guys that I'm happy that somebody saw his talent and picked him up, no matter what form it was in.
I'm bad at that too.
Yeah, bro. That takes me to a more serious question. Like, how do you feel about what's going on right now, in America?
Oh, that's a touchy subject, my boy.
And I don't want you to get deep into it because it is a touchy subject.
I'll say this. I don't know. It's really easy for me to say, hey, maybe we should just mind our own fucking business. Then on the other side of it, you got to look at it like this. Like, did you know it was illegal to dance in public in Iran? And in celebration of their leader dying, almost the entire country was in public for an entire day dancing. Like that's so. Again, I don't know.
So I think that's where like there is some parts of it that makes sense to me, but then there's another side of me that's like we did this just because somebody else was going to strike somebody. We pretty much did it because we felt like we did it on behalf of another country, pretty much.
Yeah, and again, like it's such a sensitive topic. Yeah. I don't prefer to talk about it much. I mean, I can get very vocal and opinionated, but I prefer to do that live with people who have their opinion, so that because I like a healthy debate. I think that's good. I think we need a lot more of that.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is something that you'll agree on too. Is there's been so much protest over the last couple of years that the fact that people aren't in the streets protesting right now over all these files that have came out, and to see who's really they're still leaders of our country that
Yeah.
were obviously involved in trafficking young children, and the fact that they're not protesting in the streets over that is alarming to me.
Yeah. And I'm sure they are somewhere. You know what I mean? Now there is another side to that. Like you got to understand like how big and rich this dude was, right?
Yeah.
So to say anyone who associated with him should be hung and castrated is kind of a stretch, right? I mean, could you imagine how you see it, like how many people of just a famous caliber, right? And I'm sure there's probably more they're not telling you.
Hmm. Well, I think that's where
I guess just to say that everybody that's on this supposed list, right, that we haven't seen the entirety of, needs to be shot and killed is a bit ridiculous, bro.
no, and I think that's where people have to be able to look at stuff and there be a fair assessment of it, because obviously there's people that had no clue what the hell was going on. They just happened to be kicking it, hanging out, and they're in pictures.
Now there is, and again, I haven't done my research on it, so at this point I could basically call it a conspiracy theory, right?
Right.
But I would say it's one that comes from merit. There is something I heard along the lines of there are parts to these files that were hidden in certain places of the world, hence why some of this stuff is happening right now. Again, I don't know that to be true,
I'll say
but
this, being somebody that I would call myself a conspiracy theorist. One of the congressmen said this, and I would have to agree with it. Is we're gonna have to come up with some new conspiracy theories because all the conspiracy theories are coming to be true.
yeah, yeah.
And for
Sure,
people out there that don't,
you're always considered crazy or different from others until what you're saying becomes the truth. Then you're a genius all of a sudden, or you're a prophet. You know what I mean?
Mhm. This is something that scares me, and you don't even have to respond to this. This is just something that I was watching Tucker Carlson break down yesterday, and he was just asking the question, if all this war was to bring about the building of the third temple, which would be something that us as a Christian nation wouldn't want, because the third temple is supposed to be Jesus coming back. He is supposed to be the temple. So it's almost like they're trying to usher in the Armageddon or end of the world by doing so, because they they were saying that this could bring a lot of tension between Islamic religion and Christian, which are the two biggest religions, and to have us going at each other. And I don't know how much of any of that stuff's true. I don't know exactly what is what, so
Yeah, like I said, this is all
I don't
this
want to
whole
give
thing running
definitive.
it's just because there's just not enough facts out there. It's honestly everything you're seeing online is a bunch of opinions at this
Yeah,
point.
and
And even they've dropped these files for how long has it been? 2-3 weeks now. And you mean to tell me that with all the billions of people in this world, not like 100 of them could have got together and like really dissected it and prove it a solid case? Like, you know what I mean? So again, I don't know. It's just I think it's a distraction from something in its entirety, to be honest with you.
me being a conspiracy theorist that has went down a lot of these rabbit holes, one thing that I'll say about it is that I've learned over the last year or two that what we grew up thinking was true, a lot of that shit was all lies, and we were fed a whole lot of bullshit growing up in our
Probably.
in our curriculum as far as history goes.
Yeah, and what 90 said. She said third temple was for the Antichrist. That's why they were
Yeah.
red heifers. But I'm gonna play another song, bro, because you done got me down this.
Yeah, my bad. My bad. I just, what I'm saying, there's the climate right now in the world is just crazy. You know what I'm saying? We live in some crazy time.
No, it is, and it's look. Imagine 4 years ago we were like, "Damn, this shit is crazy," and now look at it, it's even fucking crazier. So it's not on the decline of getting less crazy.
Two things real quick.
Yeah,
One is, I think you'll agree with this. I would like to just send prayers out for the American soldiers that have been lost already in this war.
facts.
And two, Golden said, "How do you overcome creative blocks?" That's a good question.
Honestly, reading. when I see or start to realize like, hey, I can't really write, I'll reach it. I just start to read. Maybe find a few new phrases or a few new words that I haven't been familiar with. You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
Or just an idea or concept just from reading. You know?
What's the long bearded dude, the goofy dude, the Rick, whatever his name is, to be working with like
Rick Rubin?
Rick Rubin. He said that I forget what band it was. He told him to pick up a book and read one phrase out of it, and it ended up being like the hook line in this big rock song.
Yeah. Because reading and music, I think, are on two different sides of the brain. If I'm correct, I think I'm correct on that.
I was researching yesterday different things that artists do to get in the flow state mentally before they get into recording. That was interesting just to look into that. But yeah, I could see how reading could definitely get your mind in that right zone for it to get over a creative block. But yeah, go ahead and run with it, brother.
All right, I got you. I want to play this one.
What up, doggy?
Yeah, mom's home. He smells her. All right, we'll go with this one right here. Locked in and I'm loaded. Need money stacked to the ceiling. Fan this weight that I'm holding. Better get up out of your feelings, man, cause time just keeps going. It ain't slowing down, not for me and you. So fuck it, y'all, I keep rolling. Ain't got time for that, I got shit to do. They got me locked in like the missile loaded. Dog, you know I never sugarcoat it. Snakes around me and I didn't know it. Tried to hurt me, y'all, but I didn't show it. Let's go. No love for the other side, and honestly, fuck them other guys. I could take it to another level, but it's probably better that I'm cutting ties. Walk the path to God and keep pushing on. But a stack of Bibles, I will put it on. Give my right hand to the man upstairs. So many y'all that I could've wronged, but two wrongs don't make it right. So roll up, move through the night slow. It don't really matter what you say when it comes to this shit. I'm locked in for life, bro. Locked in and I'm loaded. Need money stacked to the ceiling. Fan this weight that I'm holding. Better get up out of your feelings, man, cause time just keeps going. It ain't slowing down, not for me and you. So fuck it, y'all, I keep rolling. Ain't got time for that, I got shit to do. Locked in and I'm loaded. Need money stacked to the ceiling. Fan this weight that I'm holding. Better get up out of your feelings, man, cause time just keeps going. It ain't slowing down, not for me and you. So fuck it, y'all, I keep rolling. Ain't got time for that, I got shit to do. I got shit to do, I got shit to prove. I got shit to lose, so I stick and move. I've been battle tested, yes, I've been approved. So getting money is what I'm sticking to. I got kids to feed, I got bills to pay. I got a clock to punch, so move out the way. I got a path to pay, cause my future bright. Even though I'm the one that you don't like. I gave up my life for this, and you don't know what I've sacrificed. Guess what really matters is where I'm at in the afterlife. I won't lose focus on the things that really matter, like keeping faith. So the lead I take, I wait in a booth with a mic is how he escapes. Locked in and I'm loaded. Need money stacked to the ceiling. Fan this weight that I'm holding. Better get up out of your feelings, man, cause time just keeps going. It ain't slowing down, not for me and you. So fuck it, y'all, I keep rolling. Ain't got time for that, I got shit to do. Locked in and I'm loaded. Need money stacked to the ceiling. Fan this weight that I'm holding. Better get up out of your feelings, man, cause time just keeps going. It ain't slowing down, not for me and you. So fuck it, y'all, I keep rolling. Ain't got time for that, I got shit to do. Yeah, that was a cool song. I like making that one. It's different.
That was a vibe.
Howdy, pussy.
Hold on.
Leroy.
Howdy, pussy.
Hashtag snip your finger.
Oh man, Golden said, "How has your style or your artistic focus changed over time?"
I guess I don't know. I've noticed I'm very influenced in my writing with what's going on around me at current times. You know what I mean? So I try to write about that, not like politics or shit like that, but like what's directly going on around me. I try to let that be like the pilot of how I write.
I guess I have a question because I ask this sometimes myself, like, do you feel like it's okay for artists to sometimes make a song just purely for entertainment, even though they may not have lived what they're speaking on?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And here's why: is because just because you haven't done what you say in a song, right, doesn't mean that someone else hasn't. And that's the point of a song, is to let someone else relate to it.
And see, that's something that I've been more open to because I was kind of stuck on that. Well, I haven't did that. I'm being fake.
Yeah,
But
you're just like you said, you're putting yourself on a box with country rap, calling yourself a country rapper. You're putting yourself in the box by doing exactly that.
nah, I could definitely see that. One that I want to get into because you just dropped it today, and I love it. I think it's hard as a motherfucker. I started the show with it, and if people haven't yet, man, go show some love. Hit like. Damn, I know I posted it. I'm sure Menace posted on his channel. But that's Done Told You. This
Oh, yeah.
motherfucker goes hard. What's the story behind this?
I wanted a camera bomb.
Hold on.
Motherfucker.
Oh, you're good.
Bomb me. She's trying to camera bomb me. Hell,
Fuck you. You don't get fuck you now.
hell, I ain't getting no camera bomb.
And I saw somebody ask, is this an octopus or a kraken?
I don't know, dude. It's a fucking it's something for sure. I seen it. I was like, okay, cool. I was trying to hurry up and upload it before 5 o'clock. I was trying to get it uploaded by 5.
Who is the producer on here? I said Avatar.
It's Avatar Beats, yeah.
Hell yeah. But yeah, let's get into this. This is a Menace new one. Menace is in it for the love, not the fame. That's what I admire. Hey, amen. And
Love and passion, bro. Love and passion.
K-Dub said, what motivates you most and who are your favorite artists that you like?
I don't know. It depends. Like certain, I don't know. You can't just like let one thing motivate you, right? There's got to be multiple different reasons. But as far as like my favorite artists, Tupac, Eminem, DMX, Jadakiss, Jewels, Crook, Dipset.
Say that one again, man. Motherfuckers don't say the whole thing because people don't be hip to it.
There's just so many.
Crooked Eye.
Yeah, Crook.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know about Crooked Eye. He be slept on a lot. I feel like he's one of those if you know, you know type artist.
Yeah, not for sure. All right,
But let's go. This is Done Told You by Menace.
This is Avatar.
Boy, I done told ya, you know that we don't give a fuck. When we ride around the city, gotta keep the heater tucked. Boy, I done told ya, I'm counting peace now by the bullet. So I squeeze the trigger hard and say a prayer before I pull it. Boy, I done told ya, you know that we don't give a fuck. When we ride around the city, gotta keep the heater tucked. Boy, I done told ya, I'm counting peace now by the bullet. So I squeeze the trigger hard and say a prayer before I pull it. I'm unapologetically myself, you know that I'm bad for that. Can't help that I'm this good, you know that talent where you lacking at. I rack it back, take my shot and flip you like an acrobat. Me, I take the whole pot, I ain't settling for half of that. I watched the world try to kick me, try to stomp me down. I rose through the ashes, so pussy, you ain't gon' stop me now. I'm just a hard-headed prick without a fuck to give. Luck ain't never been on my side, but you know that clock it is. So if you say my name in vain, then don't complain, because I'm aiming for your brain and I'ma make you feel this pain. So if you say my name in vain, then don't complain, because I'm aiming for your brain and I'ma make you feel this pain. Boy, I done told ya, you know that we don't give a fuck. When we ride around the city, gotta keep the heater tucked. Boy, I done told ya, I'm counting peace now by the bullet. So I squeeze the trigger hard and say a prayer before I pull it. Boy, I done told ya, you know that we don't give a fuck. When we ride around the city, gotta keep the heater tucked. Boy, I done told ya, I'm counting peace now by the bullet. So I squeeze the trigger hard and say a prayer before I pull it. I work hard, I play hard, my heart now is safeguarded. I make this great art, don't think I can't play smart. Don't get it fucked up, there's levels to this shit. And whether pencil or it's sink, your fucking battleship, I'll sink. I'm running circles round these rappers so the track is lit. Don't knock the hustle or the flow, you'll make me have to smack a bitch. I'm packing pistols big as Shaq, so if you rappers miss, you haters stand in line and hold a sign up like an activist. So if you say my name in vain, then don't complain, because I'm aiming for your brain and I'ma make you feel this pain. So if you say my name in vain, then don't complain, because I'm aiming for your brain and I'ma make you feel this pain. Boy, I done told ya, you know that we don't give a fuck. When we ride around the city, gotta keep the heater tucked. Boy, I done told ya, so I squeeze the trigger hard and say a prayer before I pull it. Boy, I done told ya, you know that we don't give a fuck. When we ride around the city, gotta keep the heater tucked. Boy, I done told ya, I'm counting peace now by the bullet, so I squeeze the trigger hard and say a prayer before I pull it.
I see somebody said, I remember Menace wrote a song in under 2 minutes. Hey, he must be in one of them zones. You caught him in one of them zones.
But look, when I lock in, bro. And that it's not always a good thing.
That's something that I want to harp the artists, because I'm bad about it, but I started doing it now, is if whenever it's time to record, I just put my phone on silent unless I'm using it to write. And even then, I'll put it on silent and just put it out to the side, because these days it's so easy to be in the middle of a session, especially if you're recording at home, and start getting distracted by text messages or let me scroll and check this real quick. Next thing you know, you spent 30 minutes bullshit and then got out of, you got out of that focus.
That's one thing I just started doing, is writing in my phone. So I've always either typed on my computer to write it and then wrote it down to record it, or I've wrote in paper. Just the thing about paper is I was really tired of hearing the crinkles from the paper. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that.
The first time I recorded from my phone was actually in Nashville at that session Adam put together. And dude, I was so nervous because I mean the whole control room was full of people, bro. And I was holding my phone up like this, and my hand just started shaking, bro. And I'm like, fuck. So I take my other hand, and I hold the bottom. So I'm done recording. So I was like, bro, why the fuck were you holding your phone with two hands?
Hey, the worst thing, bro, on the phone though, is you sitting there recording, and a call come through in the middle of trying to record a verse or something. I'll be like, motherfucker.
Yeah, it definitely goes on do not disturb when I'm recording. 100%.
Yeah, that's what you got.
Or like a notification ding, like ding, and you're like holding it right next to the mic. I'm like, you motherfucker, dude.
Here you go, Menace. Here's one to run, Belly of the Beast. Where's that at? Man, I appreciate you, 90. Should I run that one?
Right now, I got one I want to play before I get up off here.
Bet.
Or I mean, if you're chilling, I'm chilling. Whatever you want to do. I just figured sort of we cut it, get the interview part out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. But I feel like we've had a great interview, a great time.
We can reset and just vibe if you want.
Yeah, shit. Hell, if we want to play a couple more, then we could do that for sure.
Belly of the Beast, man.
Belly of the Beast.
I wrote this in 2 hours and 45 minutes. I had less than an hour to record it and mix it before I had to send it to that show over there on that other side. This is actually the song that won.
Hell yeah.
The entire thing. Nothing to be proud of at all, but
I mean, it's definitely an accomplishment, bro. Anytime you get matched up to other artists and then they pick you, that's
shout out to JJ Hughes though. He's a fire artist, bro. I think he was the one who I ended up going against.
JJ Hughes.
Yeah, he's a dope artist, bro. He's slick with it, for sure.
Hell yeah. This is Belly of the Beast. See, this is one of those you was under the gun, just had to go in and
you'll see why.
Bet. Let's go.
That boy done shared the wrong screen.
Yeah.
He will also provide a No temptation has overtaken you except what is common to mankind. And God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, He will also provide a way out so that you can endure it. Corinthians 10:13. Let's go! I was born in the belly of the beast. Got my fangs out and I'm ready to feast. I don't see another motherfucker that'll do it like me. You could think different about who it might be, but I do as I do and I do as I please. Put the ink to the pad, then I sink to the beat. Oh, you better than me? Well, I think that's a reach. Better never let a motherfucking dog off his leash. They don't really know what I'm capable of. Get the shotgun cocked, now he's taking a slug. Now he full of hate cause Jay took his love. Buried his child, now he stays with a buzz. Smile on his face, but it's fake as fuck. They say what's up is staying stuck. And haters can't appreciate the fact that man, it's always straight up, keeps it a fuck. Fuck them, no, I guess it is what it is. There ain't nothing close to interfere with a whiz. Got him buzzing so when like the beer at his lick. Got the muzzle loaded, but they ain't hearing it click. And I'm ready for whatever any anytime, any place. Haters throw shade and slime in his face, but the pressure don't mean shit. The time that it takes and the end result from the diamond it makes. I'm a father first and a husband next. My kids love me now, that's a flex, and I provide for mine. So when I'm rhyming, I'm going line for line and leave them so perplexed. The truth is, I don't really make excuses. I wake up in the morning, I get up and do shit. Now I'm on a mission to enhance the movement, and Menace only had the same chance as you did. Now fuck this, I'm going to buck 10. I would hate to be the one to interrupt him, cause if you do that, there'll be an eruption, and I'll make food out of you for my consumption. It's chestnut checkers and you gotta play smart, and if I'm being honest, we don't have the same heart. Even if you plugged in, bitch, you ain't nothing. What I'm saying is, we don't have the same charge. You fucking with a heavyweight now, who gon' leave you in a fucking petty stay out? Hit you in the face, walk away, then smile. You ain't fucking with the greats, cause I'm taking them out. Now, change up the cadence, look mama, I made it. I'm trying to be rated as one of the greatest. I'm wearing a belt, ain't no way that I'm taking. I'm loving my style even if they gon' hate it. Wait a minute, I ain't never been a slouch, no. Working hard while you laying on the couch, bro. Think they're better than me, but competitively, I'm at a level some never could reach. Now let me be real like Cypress, for I combust like nitrous. Please don't fuss, I'm like this, and every man alive has devices. I done been through shit that would make a grown man just drop to his knees and quit. But the problem with that is that God got my back and I'm living my life how he sees fit. I ain't saying I wanna put an end to it, cause I ain't lying when I say I really been through it. Put a child in the casket, stood at his graveside, watch a mother cry, I went through it. I don't wish that on my worst enemy, the pain is raw and it's real as fuck. Some nights you lying there wide awake and silent, inside it eats you up. And you just fold your hands and pray that the pain will go away real quick. I look up above and send you my love, cause I'm still screaming out forever 6. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Isaiah 41:10.
Yeah, I knew I had to do something crazy to beat JJ Hughes, bro.
Yeah, you snapped off on that mug right there. Lord have mercy. What's the Forever 6?
That's so my wife and I adopted her sister's kids. And he was obviously one of those children, and he passed away in a drowning accident.
Damn, bro.
So he was 6 years old, so it was like a Forever 6 and barefoot for Frankie, because that motherfucker did not ever wear shoes anywhere, bro.
Man, shout out to him, man, for real.
At like the vigil they had for him, like everybody showed up with no shoes on. That was fucking crazy.
I hate that I asked that, but I'm glad I asked it too.
Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't get brought up. Yeah.
Sure. All right, you got one more?
I'll run this one. This is Never Quit. I actually never play this song, bro. Like ever. I never played this song. I performed this song at the show I opened up for Afro Man. And I think I got some good reception to it, but I just personally don't like it. I don't know. I guess I want to see what you think about it.
Yeah, I want to see it.
All right, bet.
Let's go.
You didn't get it?
Mm-mm.
Hold
on. I think I got you down here.
Yep, right there, dude. All right, here we go.
Make the money, I can't let the money make me. Haters every corner, I can't let these bitches break me. Praying to the Lord, begging God, please take me. Staring in the mirror, pissed off, cause this ain't me. But I don't give a fuck, so it's no wonder why they hate me. Still Forever 6, cause it sticks, man, it's can't be. Living at the bottom of a bottle, but I'm out of it. All the real turn fake, and that's what makes you bitches counterfeit. Money isn't evil, but the people who possess it are. But when you think about it, having money wouldn't get you far. Living in a broken world that we don't have a fix for, but y'all acting surprised like FBI done pulled a kickboard. Sinning every day, there was no way I could escape it. Everybody got two faces, everybody on some fake shit. Head up to the sky, could give a fuck if they gon' doubt me. Everybody placing judgment, but don't know shit about me.
I'm experienced now, professional. Jaws been broke, been lost, knocked down a couple times. Bad. Been chopping trees. I done something new for this fight. I done wrestled with an alligator. That's right. I have wrestled with an alligator. I done tussled with a whale. I done handcuffed lightning, throw thunder in jail.
Politicians greed and mothers who cold-hearted. Fathers who don't give a fuck, it's how it all started. Schools failing kids, dumbing down our society. The kid was born a king, but he don't even try to be. Death birth rate is rising, but nobody ever looks at that. We were born with freedoms, but our government done took it back. Land of the free is the home of the brave. The land for the meek was once a home to a slave. Stand when you speak, that's another man talking. Look him in the eye, shake his hands when he walking. Don't let him disrespect you, gotta check him when it happens. Don't be like all these keyboard warriors always capping. Rules to this shit, don't ever get caught slipping. Y'all some fools for a bitch, man, these fuck boys tripping. Wonder why so many people now that are dead to me. Y'all fools run around like some clowns with no integrity. Get 'em, get 'em.
All right, so what you think of that one, for real, for real?
Bro, there was lines in there that stood out to me. Everybody on some fake shit, everybody on some gay shit. I think, god dang, that's obviously something that has been going on for a minute. Like, I feel like, damn, I hate it for our kids. I had to explain this to my youngest son as he was watching his damn villain. The villain on his shit was like a gay motherfucker on a damn. He's wearing like rainbow color shit. I was like, man, my super villain growing up would whoop your super villain's ass, and his shit was just fruity as hell. Gay. I'm like, bro, like,
I don't think I said nothing about no gay shit. I think I said everybody on some fake shit. Everybody got two faces.
oh, okay. So
I mean,
should have said that. But nah, I think it was hard as hell, bro. Like, the capping line was hard.
Yeah, that's going on the album for sure.
Yeah, I definitely fuck with that. I don't know why you ain't played that more, unless you're just trying to hold on to it a little bit since it's going on.
I want to get a video for it for sure before I really promote that one. I think that song is fire, bro. Honestly,
no, I think that song goes. That's one thing. That I guess looking across your catalog that I would like to see more of is more visuals.
Yeah, for sure. That's, like I said, that's the biggest thing that I'm lacking as an artist is visuals.
And people don't understand how that goes. And I'll break it down for those that don't. The simplest form that I can is that just I can only speak for myself. Myself, if it wasn't for having, some good people that were willing to fuck with me, I would not have the visuals I have at all.
Yeah.
Like, it was circumstances that people that were normally charging $1,000 are doing my shit for like $100 just to.
AI done fucked that up for everybody, bro.
And AI has came along.
When AI came out with some of these videos, bro, prices went down for videographers. They had to. I mean, I don't know that to be a fact. That's my assumption, but it had to.
It had to, bro, because I know, like we said, we talked about the other day what it did for graphic designers. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry. Like, I thought about for my album, since I'm going to do an AI version of my album to drop like a month later, I thought I might just actually go to my old graphic designer and be like, here, bro, like, because I want it to have the most human vibe to it as possible.
Yeah, for sure.
And even music video wise, like, I think I'm going to shoot a music video on my phone because the quality is high, and I'm going to send it to 90s.
Hell yeah, dude. 90s does good work. I think she edited. No, Chad edited a version of that one. I think maybe I don't know. She did. Was it Menace as a Cowboy? Is that the one she did?
She did City Meets Country.
Oh yeah, City Meets Country. Yeah. We don't have the.
I saw what she did just with a reel of mine that my son shot. Like, my son shot a reel, just not great camera work at all, but she took it and had it doing certain motions and the lighting hitting to where, like, it stands out. Like, I definitely fuck with what she does. And I saw a video that she had edited that was just something she didn't have a lot to work with, but it was, I think, her kids in the video, if I'm not mistaken. And it was fire. Like, just what she was able to do with it.
Well, shit, why don't you play one song of mine, and then we'll get the fuck up out of here, and we'll reset. And
which song am I gonna play? Hold on.
I don't know. It's up to you, dog.
I'm about to go look through here. All right, don't play this.
I appreciate you doing this. I appreciate everybody that pulled up in the chat. Again, I do want to plug in. Wednesday will be the first show of the weekly giveaway. Look, all you got to do is submit and be there. Have some kind of a talent. I don't give a fuck if you sing me a song with you tapping spoons on the table.
I can't wait till I see the first engineer come in and just be like, hey, this is a song that I mixed, and see them get some shine. Because I feel like a Dub 3030, like people like that don't.
Dub gets his flowers. Don't worry.
He gets his flowers, but I feel like there's Dub 3030s out there that don't. You know what I'm saying? There's people that are behind the scenes that don't.
Facts.
Muddy said Battle Scars. I was gonna play Promoting the Violence.
Either one is. I like either one. So whatever.
He requested that, so we'll go with Battle Scars.
All right, bet. Well, hey, look, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. We are going to reset here in a few minutes. So if you guys want to vibe out and chill, we'll be there.
Here we go. This is Menace Battle Scars. Appreciate y'all. Thank you, Menace.
Much love, bro.
Yes, sir.
I wake up, get ready, the day gon' be heavy. But hey, if you met me, you know that I'm steady. You know that I'm ruthless, you know that I'm heartless. You know I'm a prick, you know that I'm petty. You know I don't envy, you know I don't care. Now that you're hopelessly poking a bear. And just to be fair, we don't compare. So you have no reason to stop and just stare. I'ma be doing whatever it takes. Know that you're rocking with one of the greats. I don't be rocking with none of you fakes. Hold up, I'm stopping the brakes. The ride to get crazy, you better hold on. Time has been ticking, it's taking too long. But me, I've been spitting these written so witty and vicious. No way that I'm making it wrong. My wordplay is way too absurd. Y'all fucking with a kid, get kicked to the curb. From the sticks to the birds to the bricks with a bird. Gotta get it in early to get it in first. Y'all fucking with a masochist, you pacifist, a masochist. I make the take and smash your bitch. And I'm laughing at the fact rappers have to have half of my vernac. Man, I smack them quick, slowing and quitting, cause I'm on a mission. Man, fuck your position, I'm way too inquisitive. None of you bitches are ever gonna get it. So probably best you start minding your business. Y'all ain't ready for the heat I bring. Y'all ain't ready for the smoke I breathe. And on that day when them angels sing, man, that's the day I'm supposed to leave. Yeah. Most of my life, yeah, it's safe to say I've had it hard. But when comparing me to you, we are miles apart. Everything that I do, it comes from the heart. And if you judge me, wait until you see my battle scars. Most of my life, yeah, it's safe to say I've had it hard. But when comparing me to you, we are miles apart. Everything that I do, it comes from the heart. And if you judge me, wait until you see my battle scars. I hid my scars, fought through the pain. Look to the sky, talk to the rain. Through all that though, I will not complain. I walk with pride, y'all walk in shame. Look at me now, I'm in front of the crowd. Mic in my hand and I'm rapping it loud. The kid'll be proud, your daddy's a mountain. Ain't nobody in this bitch tearing us down. I done gave my life now musically. No scripted cuts like a movie scene. My pen craft art therapeutically. Ain't no way in hell you can ruin me. I done killed my hands trying to build my brand. So I will not stand on a hill I can't. Gotta build my chance and feel my stance. I wanna say fuck it, but still I can't. My terms now before I burn down. Better light that candle inside your house. Boy, you better learn to shut the fuck up for them teeth come up missing inside of your mouth. Miss me with that shit, go head fly south. I ain't the type to be living in doubt. I ain't the type to throw in the towel. I mean riddle me this, I really mean how. I done hid my wounds so my scars don't show. Dealt with shit that y'all don't know. And you wonder why my heart is cold. Maybe it's because the departed souls. I pray to God I can find my way. My sins been washed in blood and sweat. And you ain't keeping pace with me, cause you better believe that I ain't running yet. Most of my life, yeah, it's safe to say I've had it hard. But when comparing me to you, we are miles apart. Everything that I do, it comes from the heart. And if you judge me, wait until you see my battle scars. Most of my life, yeah, it's safe to say I've had it hard. But when comparing me to you, we are miles apart. Everything that I do, it comes from the heart. And if you judge me, wait until you see my battle scars. Here's another one, basic as art. Menace is back and I'm making my mark. Not here to compete with you bitches, you petty and pussy, and basically just ain't as smart. Now here we are, and here's how it goes. Menace will never start chasing these hoes. Menace want all of the money the world has to offer. Y'all softer than me, I suppose. I'm fucking Spartacus, y'all spitting garbage. Dependent I'm harboring, often alarming. So if we're to put this shit up on the map, I'm way more on point than the points of your garment. Y'all out here starving, I'm living lavish. Get on the camera and air out my baggage. They try to diss me like I give a fuck what they think, but I don't, cause these rappers are average. Talk about average, fuck it, we'll math it. They set the bar, me I surpass it. Me, I'm the numerator and I'm booming hater. I just choose to be a fucking savage. Back in the lab, so hand me my jacket. Ladies like, damn, that Menace attractive. Me, I retract, cause Menace is happy just rapping, and honestly, shit's a distraction. I sit up on my throne. Okay. I guess my mind is blown. For sure. Y'all should've fucking known. Known what? My heart is fucking My heart is cold now, and there ain't no doubt that in the minimal the motherfucker froze out. See us pivotal, my enemies are pitiful. Guess I'm unequivocal, they can't think critical. I don't give a flying fuck if you don't ride with us. We at a level nobody can step high enough. I'm like, fine, what up? You watch your mind or what? We got the top of the ladder, you ain't climbing up. Somebody tell me what the fuck is really happening. Why you mad that I'm snapping? I'm back again. Get the fuck out my face before I bash it in. I'm on fire, I can hear the coals crackling. I'll take off my shoes and go step on them too. Look you right in the face, what the fuck you gonna do? Nothing, so shut the fuck up and keep walking, cause bitch I can tell you I'm not in the mood. I'm ready to fight now, what up, let's go. 30 seconds first round, straight KO. Laying on the canvas, damaging, I'm dancing around you screaming out, hey yo! I don't really give a shit, bitch, so listen. I'm coming up and ain't nobody stopping my mission. Anyone trying to pop off, not fizzing. It's MTP, all day, we all winning. I sit up on my throne. Okay. I guess my mind is blown. For sure. Y'all should've fucking known. Known what? My heart is fucking cold. I don't know why they feel like I really give a fuck what they think. Nah. Yeah, I know I always go all out every single night that I drink. Ha, cheers, bitch. Let's go, man. They really think I give a fuck what they think about me. You must be fucking high, dude. Or bitch. Fucking haters gon' hate, huh? Fuck 'em. It's MTP all day, motherfucker.
Hell yeah. Man, I'm gonna exit out of here, go change the thumbnail, and pop back in like 15 minutes.
Cheers.
Cheers. All right, man. Appreciate y'all. Thank you, Menace. I'll see you in just a minute, brother.
Sounds good, bro.
All right. Peace out.